Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. I mean, it's a Monday. And congrats to Senegal! Senegal! Yes, Gal. You have to land on that end.
You don't sound objective.
No. I'm happy for Senegal. Yes.
No, so you don't sound objective.
Objective. I'm very objective, but I'm happy for Senegal.
Yeah, theoretical.
Yeah. And Manchester United. Manchester United! Nobody was laughing at them this weekend. In fact, I was surprised because on Friday I said, I don't think Man United are going to play anything. But how can you score 6 goals and 4 are disallowed? Oh, wrong now. But anyways, it's good to be here. Game on. Let the game go on.
Let's keep the game going, my friend.
My guy.
Welcome overdose. Also joining the broadcast is a man who keeps emerging. He's getting to higher heights every other day. His brilliance on the microphone as a commentator, as an analyst, as a presenter can only keep getting better. He's David Adeshino. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. I'm really delighted to be alongside you and Azubike Onicha as well. And overdose. It's wonderful to be on the broadcast.
Same here.
And let's rock and roll. We saw, like you said, several continental actions, especially on the African front, and we saw players breaking through lines like with divine elegance, and they glided across pitches like ballet dancers. I must say that we saw really remarkable stuff on the football pitch. Well, we are yet to also do remarkable stuff on the microphone.
100%, man.
Let's rock and roll.
Beautiful stuff. And the good thing is the fact that the listener can also connect with us too beyond I, you, Azu, and Overdose talking. They can also show some walking using the WhatsApp portal 009-597-5805, using X at Nigeria Info FM. We're also streaming live on Facebook, okay, so your comments do matter through that platform if you don't mind. Nigeria Info space 99.3, and then we have the phone lines that will be buzzing too. Azu, can you do it in 3 minutes? Just a wrap of everything around basketball, so we switch to our game on gist, 100%. Do you want to pick that person's call and find out what the person wants to do?
Which one do you want?
Anyone. I know you're a chairman.
Okay.
That's why you're sitting on the chair, man.
Honor.
Okay, carry on, man.
Okay, so let me quickly give you something from Nigeria.
Okay.
We've always promised that we're going to be objective and give you the information as it comes. And in Nigeria, a former basketball player, former captain of the D Tigers, Olumide Oyedeji, has been elected Secretary General of the World Olympians Association after polling 55 votes out of the 106 valid votes cast. He secured 51.89% of the votes to defeat Salvador Asaguero of El Salvador. Gonna be by the name of the place where you from come. And he also defeated Liston Bouchet of Puerto Rico to emerge as the first ever African to attain the position. He takes over from Anthony Ledgard of Peru. So it's a big one for Oyedeji, who is currently the president of the Nigeria Olympians Association and also third vice president of the Olympic or the Nigerian Olympic Committee. He will serve on the board for the next 4 years alongside President Pernilla Wiberg of Sweden and also Treasurer Wei Chu Thomas of Chinese Taipei. So it's a big position for him.
Congrats
and we need to see how much this is going to be of help to him and even of Nigerian basketball, because a lot of people are already putting his name out there. We've not heard from him directly, but there are news that he might be contesting for the Nigerian Basketball Federation president. I hope it's not going to be too much work for him at the same time. But let's see what happens at the end of the day, even though a couple of people are saying we don't want some of these names. And I think I heard something from somebody, I think, was it from Daniel? He says, if you want to get the true information, get on the streets. Forget about these group talks. Let's go on the street and ask people who are not being told to talk like this. And I think I'll start doing that assignment in a bit. So let's just get through to the NBA. One or two trade news, and then we round off with fixtures that will be happening this weekend. This Monday, rather. Weekend, don't they hungry me again? So LA Clippers have actually done something lately. Things have actually been looking up for the Clippers. They are in the midst of a 5-game winning streak and just signed a young prospect, and that was on Saturday. The Clippers officially got Patrick Baldwin Jr. to a 10-day contract, and this is what we got from Mark Stein, one of the top names when you talk about the likes of what's this popular guy's name? Here we go in football.
Romano.
Fabrizio. This is one Fabrizio from here. Mark Stein is one of them. I got a couple of them. 2 or 3 of them. But I think I'm sticking with Mark Stein at this point in time. But at this point, he's just 10 days. But sometimes you see players do so well, and those contracts are extended. Remember a Nigerian player, a female fantastic Nigerian player. What's her name again? Why am I forgetting names so much these days?
Which one?
She was given the best player,
Assistant?
not assistant. I'm talking about basketball player.
Oh, basketball. Isn't it Kalu?
Isn't it Kalu? God bless you. She was given, I think, a 10-day contract with Atlanta Dream, and at the end they called her back like, no. You know, if you do 10 days, you pass like
which kind of contract with that? So 10 days.
Yeah, that's you see it in the NBA. It's like IT.
You
just come do some stuff. Man. I think they do it just to be sure that this person can be trusted. And before you know it, they either get you straight up to the team or get you into the G League of that team. And before you know it, you get up to the height. So let's go into the games for tonight. Yeah, kudos to Warriors. They won a game against Charlotte Hornets. It was an interesting game all through. LA Lakers got back to winning ways, but the games are for the midnight.
Yeah,
it actually starts this evening, and we're ready. And you're surprised, right? Games start from now. They should be on the court already. Talking about Hawks against Milwaukee Bucks. That's an interesting game to watch out for. We also look at Cleveland Cavaliers against OKC. That's another game to watch out for this evening, not midnight. So for you that loves basketball and you said you've not been able to see any of the games, it's time for you to go and watch one right now. The Hawks are already playing. Bucks leading by 33-21. I'm not sure it's ever happened that we talked about the game while the show is on now.
Early, because what that means is it's early afternoon in the USA, which is impressive. Bro, let's just hold. You know, in Pigeon they'll say bar break. We may still touch on basketball.
Just shut up now.
But right now, let's get into game on 100%, man. I've used the word 100% a few times because I want to show that is getting to the peak of success for us tonight. And it's one of the rare times we'll be playing this sound again, because for a month, it's been a consistent feature on presentations. I love the song, really. Yeah. The land of the Moroccan Empire had hosted the very best of African football for the last fortnight and more. From the 21st of December to the 18th of January 2026. It was non-stop action from us for us from the biggest football competition on the African continent. It's now over with the final taking place last night. If we missed out on the drama, well, it was enough to make me speak so much grammar at this time. Gueye eventually scored the winning goal for Senegal as they beat Morocco by 1-0 to emerge as African champions for the second time in the history of that West African nation. Champions for AFCON 2021 and now champions for AFCON 2025. But that was not the big story. It was, right? Because you want to win the title. However, there was so much around it that will get people talking for years to come. I can imagine players of Senegal walking off the pitch in the final minutes of regulation time because a penalty was awarded to Morocco, and they thought that was unfair. More so coming just about 4 minutes after Senegal scored a goal that they thought should have been legitimate, but that was ruled out by VAR. It took Sadio Mane, on paper he's not the captain, right? He's the leader of the team, though Koulibaly is the captain on paper. He's the leader of the team, Sadio Mane, and it took him to restore a bit of common sense. He had to urge his teammates to come back to the pitch and at least wrap up the game. The big question is, what did he tell his teammates that made them come back on the pitch? Manny, how far now?
Gone crazy. What did you want to do at that moment?
I think the decision was taken by everybody. The team. They said to me, it's the team. We decide to go out not playing, but so me, I was there to ask some people, what do you think about this? Is good idea or no? And then I decided to go and bring everybody in the pitch.
Yeah, he had to go and bring everybody back really on the pitch to finish that game. And then the drama continued, even more of that. Brahim Diaz, the top scorer in the Africa Cup of Nations with 5 goals, stepped up to take the penalty for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. And then he gave us a different debate entirely on social media. Did he miss it on purpose? Or was it that Edouard Mendy was the man who stepped up to make the save? Well, Diaz took what felt like a Panenka of a penalty, and Edouard Mendy saved that easily. At the end of the game, though, the Senegalese goalkeeper, according to quotes attributed to him, apparently said there's no how that was done on purpose and that he made a save, a proper save, and all that. I don't want to go into all of that back and forth now, though. Eventually, the game went into extra time, and Gueye stepped up to score what turned out to be the winning goal for Senegal. They are African champions. Mane spoke about his delight at emerging as at coming through to win the title again.
Match is a one final. Crazy.
Yeah, I think first of all I want to say thank you for everybody, for the support, Senegalese people around all Africa in the world. It was not an easy game, but yeah, at the end of the day we did it, so we are really happy about it.
They did it, and they are happy about it. I know that we've had cause to analyze and all of that, Senegal being champions. I don't want us to dwell that much on that. I want us to look at the ramifications of what we saw unfold right before our eyes. All right? So, guys, now the final has come and gone. With hindsight, we should be asking ourselves genuinely, was Senegal's decision to walk out of that pitch justified? Overdose, Azu, and David.
When you look at the reaction, first off, I just felt that, Senegal's decision to walk off the pitch, going to your question directly, it wasn't justified no matter what, because it's a football match. Yes, I know how aggrieved, one can be, especially if decisions don't go your way. There's been this issue of refereeing and whether or not African referees are in quote competent, and we know that the world was watching. I mean, FIFA president was there. You don't want a situation where this is happening in the World Cup, and you can understand why when FIFA decides to roll out the referees that will be officiating in the World Cup, there are very little or no African referees on that list. But I mean, I understand the frustration seeing your goal ruled out, especially with no genuine reason whatsoever. When Gueye headed that ball into the net and the referee just blew the whistle, you could see how Papechal, the Senegalese coach, was incensed. He was angry, he was livid, and that's why they had to walk off the pitch. And if they hadn't come back, it would have been Morocco, just getting the win and lifting the trophy. And I think what Sadio Mane did was quite good. But in African football, I don't know. I think we still have so much to learn. There's no how in a European setting you see players walk off the field like that. It's not done. But again, yes, you could say maybe there was favoritism towards the host country. But no matter what happens, you do not cut off the neck just to cure headache, whether you like it or not. I feel that Senegal did too much, and Sadio Mane had to go call them back. Time was wasted, and then, of course, that penalty incident, of course, and it just left a bitter taste in the mouth. So, yeah, no matter how aggrieved you are, just play the game to the end. The whole world is watching. Then, of course, they can make their, deductions, or they can actually say, okay, this is how we felt, or what we felt happened in the game. But for you walking off, it just shows that you don't, regard the competition. And that's why when people talk down on the AFCON, it's hard to really defend it because of actions such as these. Yes, you were maybe treated unfairly by the referee, but no tenable excuse for you to walk off the pitch. So unacceptable.
A strong point Overdose has just made. We could say unacceptable, and also felt the same way.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do, Azu. So pardon me, we have another short break to sort out.
Okay.
Once we return from this break, I want you to land, because something tells me that you're going to counter Overdose's thoughts, all right? Stay with us.
God bless you,
this is still Game On with Femi and the Gang.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe.
Viable speed. And the winners.
That's good to know. But the real question is, are your business tools really working for you or creating new headache? See, there's a kind of confidence you get when you know you got the right support, a solution built specifically for you with both reliability and efficiency in tow. With MTN Cloud, you experience near instant operations thanks to lower latency, convenient billing with flexible Naira billing, and 100% data sovereignty, keeping you compliant. Visit cloud.mtn.ng today and get the cloud built for you. MTN, what are we doing today?
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star Double Cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie Double Cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011*1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Osalobua. Baba, make you help me, oh. Make I dey shine my eyes. Make my enemies no see me, oh. Even when I dey sleep, make I no lose guard, oh. Baba, in short, just dey help me stay alert. As Airtel, they alert me anytime Yahoo people send spam message to take scam me, oh.
At Airtel, we have taken proactive steps to keep you safe from every spam activity with Airtel News Spam Alert service. Powered by AI, it scans text in real time with no app or setup needed. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
I am the chef of life with Mr. Flavor. Niger vibe, Mr. Chef, two finger crush. I am the chef of life with Mr. Chef. I am the chef of life with Mr. Chef.
Mr. Chef, taste home, taste culture.
Chef of life.
Everybody confirm I'm the correct remedy for headache. Medic 55 now.
My name na Hodolati Adekola and I be better hustler. From morning till night, na back to back. Work, traffic, noise. Sometimes it be like say your head go bust. Once that headache show, I go straight for Medic 55. With Medic 55, I dey medic my headache. For headache,
use Medic 55.
If your body no tranga after 3 days, go see your doctor.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011*1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for carton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
even higher. Let's go answer the mother. It's time to come together. Let's get to know each other. Hearts are beating stronger. Africa unites us stronger than ever.
أفريقيا تنادي الأصوات تعالوا هي نلبنا ده الأمر ننصر رابط الدم حان وقت التلاقي هي نتعامل.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
It is game on. Yes, it is. Game on with Femi and the Gang. And this is 99.3 Nigeria. And for our focus is on the Africa Cup of Nations. I came to a climax last night. Without too much talk on the side, we're going straight to the serious conversation, all right? Asking you, was Senegal's decision to walk out of the pitch justified? Obadoz says it was never justified. And Azu was just about to respond with his thoughts.
Okay, like I said, Obadoz has a strong point, to be correct. Professionally, in Sena climbs, it shouldn't be that way. But as much as in Sena climbs, some things have to happen for us to realize what the truth is. 10 people cannot be stupid. 10 people cannot be wrong in some situations from different parts of the world, not knowing each other, and everybody saying the same thing. Where I think the issue all started from was people not speaking up when they were supposed to speak up. If you check when it happened to Cameroon, it was just the Cameroonians that were speaking, and maybe one or two other people who were following. So it didn't make that much noise. Nigeria went on to play against the same Morocco. There were issues. You cannot deny the fact that, Nigeria might not have been at their best that day, but why not allow them play the rubbish they want to play on the football pitch if you say they didn't come there to play the best of football? They didn't come to play the best of football. They took that game to penalty. And we're seeing clear-cut, funny tackles. So, to Sote, the Ghanaian ref, they celebrate them for in house as in rich. What I'm trying to say is sometimes you have got to cut these things out before time. The Senegalese were saying all of this because these issues were not sorted. I'm going to tell you now, if nothing was actually happening, what happened after that penalty was given? The referee came back to normal. A goal was scored earlier. Senegal scored a goal. It was cancelled. You didn't go back to the VAR to check if there's anything actually happened in that situation.
He blew the whistle once there was a perceived foul against Ashraf Hakimi.
Exactly. But the ball went into the back of the net. And it was really painful for the Senegalese. Now you had actually
like 3-4 minutes after
played the game on, and next thing we saw was a clear tackle actually much later. I've seen referee do these things in games. They balance the game sometimes. Especially the days when there are no VARs. It might not happen too much these days. And you know how painful it was for the Senegalese going all the way out, playing their football and wanting to win this game. Anybody could have won it, but can we allow things to be clear-cut? There were some calls there yesterday that didn't make any sense. So now the ref goes on, checks it, and comes back and gives a penalty. You give a penalty, no problems. If you tell me the players are not right to leave the pitch, I'm telling you that Morocco would have won this trophy yesterday. Would have been celebrating a different... So how do you defend that part? You're telling me that these things shouldn't happen here. Yes, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
But we've seen some very crazy calls over there. And things continually happen. You watch pundits on big screens like this and they tell you... I've seen a right over time and it's telling you referees have got to improve. That is in the EPL. But you're telling me... So I'll now be listening to Karaga because I should... let me finish. No, Overdose, wait. Okay. You're now telling me to start listening to Karaga. The AFCON is nothing. Karaga doesn't know the leg he's using to play football.
No.
That's what you're trying to tell me now. That's why they're looking at AFCON that way. No, that was a very wrong statement. I wouldn't buy into that any day, anytime.
Actions like what happened in the final.
Happened yesterday? In the La Liga, Samuel Eto'o had walked off the football pitch. Was he given
racism?
Exactly.
Who racially abused the Senegalese team?
So he has to be racist before I walk up the pitch.
No, it's true now.
He has to be racist before I walk up the pitch.
You brought up that example, and I'm asking because at the end of the day, no matter how perceived the injustice is concerning officiating, it doesn't give you
a trophy will be missed on a final day. How many finals have you seen like this?
It's just like you telling me that.
How many finals have you seen happen like this?
It's just like you telling me that because your parents wrongfully disciplined you. Then you should now be disrespectful to them. No, because
you told me not to bring Samuel.
Because your mom or your dad mistakenly disciplined you for what you didn't do.
How can a parent mistakenly discipline you?
Of course, now they will think you did it, but later on,
no, they didn't mistakenly discipline you. They disciplined you for what they thought you did.
And you didn't do it. Then you are now disrespectful.
That's not mistakenly.
Is that a ground for you to be disrespectful?
Like say, No.
See,
that's what you're trying to say.
Senegal. Why did they now come back? They should have remained indoors.
Now, get the point. Elijah Diouf was actually in that team. That's the first African footballer to come out of Senegal.
Yes.
At first, he was in support. And later on, he called Mane. I think he told Mane, let these guys, just tell them.
So why did they not think of the repercussion before?
I'm not sure you've had it. I'm not sure you played football. There's something called
adrenaline
rush.
Adrenaline
rush. Rush before.
They should have. It should have been rushing inside the dressing room. Now you're justifying it.
No,
but you know where I'm looking at this thing
from. You're not listening to me. You're only speaking. You
are still aggrieved of the semi-final. That's why you're saying what they did was right. You're in Nigeria, typically.
I know record you for show them what you would talk with.
Oh, no.
Because you want me to be like saying that maybe the bad person.
No, but it's true now.
No, but you have a point. I'm not agreed with the semi-final. Nigeria, I still chop noodles. After the game, I bought 2 egg joiner. You don't chop 5 noodles before.
Forcefully.
I'm not forced 5 noodles. If you chop and finish, I finish them. Making it be like say I force myself. Eat pepper
overdose.
Oh, God bless you, my brother. Where's that bell? So what I'm trying to say overdose is some things have got to happen. They say the violence take it by force. Maybe you can't go, Mama, Papa. Me, I enter Bible now.
Well, no,
now the violence will take by force. I make them win this battle. So
look, whether you like it,
the Senegalese didn't have to know the Bible. I think 1 or 2 of them do. The Moroccans never did. But the point is,
we wouldn't have been saying all this if Brahim Diaz did not choose to go down the Penaka route. We would have been coming here to say all this violent taking by force. No, we wouldn't have said it because at the end of the day, there's never a right way of doing a wrong thing.
Do you think FIFA
but you know that there's never a right way of doing a wrong thing. What is wrong is wrong.
Do you think FIFA wouldn't have? Do you think Infantino wouldn't have spoken about it even if they scored the penalty?
Spoken about it to who?
I don't. No, you didn't answer my question.
No, to who now?
Infantino came out and spoke to the press and said this what what the Senegalese did.
You have a visitor in your house, yet you decide to behave badly.
Answer my question.
No, now a visitor comes to your house and then you are behaving badly.
Is that what I asked you?
No, I'm taking it back to you now. You say Infantino is in the house. Then why did Senegal walk off?
I just mentioned Infantino being in the house.
You said Infantino will have spoken about it one way or the other.
I said he spoke about it.
He spoke about it. Okay, yes, he did. Yeah. Exactly. After the war.
And I'm not asking you the same question. Even if the Paneka went in, would Infantino have not been quiet
about it?
He would have spoken about it.
So what are we now saying?
What we are saying is that when FIFA president is there, behave yourself. Behave.
So I should look at the FIFA president. To do what?
Who is in charge of football?
David, please come in as
See,
a third party.
Because the FIFA president is there, I should not show my anger.
Guys, 1 second. David,
did I fight the referee?
Yeah, I'll be the
David, was it justified or not? Senegal walking out of that?
And I want to look at it from 3 fronts, and that's the action, the consequence, and then the outcome. For the action itself, maybe legitimately the rules of the game and also fair play, maybe wrong. But if you're looking at the consequence, they are damned it, and that's the reason why they left the pitch of play. They didn't want to bother themselves about the consequence.
Why did they come back?
Initially, they wanted to forfeit that game, and
have you ever changed your mind?
A forfeiture will ensure that Morocco will win that game by 3-0.
On any issue, have you ever changed your mind?
So the reason why
the
reason why they came back was the outcome, and the outcome was achieved. They won that game at the end of 20 minutes. So, and the referee also, you did say during the break that the referee improved in terms of officiating after they had sent out that message. So it tells us that
I just want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. Was his officiating before that point? Was it bad?
It was iffy. Yes, iffy. And we have to be certain about it. It was iffy.
Which kind of iffy? Informal or what? I don't understand because iffy. Use.
You don't understand English.
It was questionable. I know. That's what you said. It was questionable.
So why you can't it was questionable. You have obviously drove it home. And for that, now it tells us that Chris that he sought Chris.
You're laughing what would you be?
Exactly. And now this Chris now help Senegal win.
I think I say no Yoruba.
Exactly. So did it work? The outcome was success for Senegal. For Nigeria, if we had done similar, maybe we might have won we might have won that game against Morocco. So yes, the action wrong. The consequence, they are damned it, and then the outcome a victory. So, yeah.
These are
But
just
this-
what
they are
this
calling-
tells
they are
me
calling
now,
us disgruntled
fans.
Nigerians.
This
This
because
really-
at the end of the day,
Really?
Morocco beat Nigeria, so you wanted Senegal to win. It's obvious.
Can you
I can
imagine?
see it, but it's fine.
Can
it's
you
fine.
imagine?
Well, this-
Overdose. That's you jumping into conclusion.
This
It's
has really
not-
a very,
divided.
very wrong conclusion.
No, it's not wrong. It's right.
This has
Oh,
divided
really?
the
So
house.
you know my mind. That's beautiful. I love the way you
Because
do it.
if you say
If you could go with all of these
if you
experiences
say
and tell me
Senegal
you
walking
know.
off the pitch was right, then what's left?
If you could
No
tell
problem.
me that you know we
No,
wanted
no worries.
disgruntled Nigerians wanted Nigeria.
No, let's
Can
take
you
calls. Let's
imagine?
take calls.
This guy.
When I was analyzing Nigeria's game, what did I say?
We're going to go to the phone
Did I talk
lines.
about them not playing so well?
Yeah.
Did that give the referee the reason to
his own
to
speech
cheat?
as well.
But at the end of the day, you still want Senegal to beat Morocco.
Bros, you don't big
That's
pass this
why.
thing,
That's
man.
why you're saying they were right to walk
You
off.
don't
Maybe,
big
maybe the
pass.
entire Africa wanted Senegal to beat Morocco.
Fine.
You're sounding
Are
like
they
you
wrong?
played over 2.5.
Are the entire
fair
Africa
enough.
wrong?
If you think we're disgruntled Nigerians, you're sounding like you
enough,
played over
fair enough.
2.5.
I'm going to go to the phone lines now, guys. It just shows how touchy
Overdose.
this issue is, right? The conversation in the studio tonight has shown how this thing can swing any pendulum, really. Could be you saying you're for it, could be you saying you're against it, and both parties have their reasons why they passionately defend whatever camp they happen to be in. And Overdose says, hey, nothing justifies walking out of that pitch in an AFCON final. Azu says, yes, I understand though that based on the rules of the game, it doesn't make sense. But sometimes in life, statements have to be made for things to change. And what do you say? We're going to go to the phone lines now to get your thoughts. David Additional said 3 things are around. What did you
The
say?
action, consequence, and then the outcome.
Okay, action, consequence, and the outcome. Amazing. I'm amazing. All right, you can dial 0201 277 0993.
Just before you go to the phone lines.
277 0993.
I like what he said about the action. Was he right? Maybe. He said maybe because at the end of the day, it is the action that counts. How this is? Look at what Ademola
Every
Lookman
action
and
there's a reaction.
Look at. I'll cite an example. Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen. What happened between them? There was an altercation. How did Ademola handle it? Did he say we're laughing? What really? He handled it maturely. If he had gone all out, it would have escalated.
They bring
No, it's true now.
You know the listeners they hear you.
No, but it's true now.
You know listeners are listening
Yes.
to you. See where you carry.
Ademola Lookman was matured about it. Victor is my brother.
Person go listen
And
to
he's
you
a
now,
senior
he go say,
person.
you know what you
I
want
still
to.
love him.
Which
We love
of
each
your
other.
brother?
Now you're talking about
Victor na from
Senegal.
Edo State. You better go claim your
at
own.
the end of the
Lukman,
Look at this
Victor
man.
and brother.
He said Victor
now.
and brother.
No, that's Lukman.
Yeah,
Victor
Lookman
is
said
brother.
Victor.
I beg leave this guy. I don't know what he
Say, I don't leave this guy.
Let's get to the phone lines now.
Let's go to the phone lines.
This is really getting interesting.
I think I need to listen to the callers.
Yeah.
Chumani,
Gasolina.
Welcome, my brother.
Good evening.
David Adishino and Azu.
Welcome, bros.
Good
Welcome.
evening.
Good evening to you.
Fantastic game yesterday. Would have seen a great display, but because of the show of display. However, if you look at that game, you understand. I will say the way I see it. I've seen it at my own position. I felt that when the Senegalese scored that goal, the referee would have gone to the monitor with the consultation of the VAR to go look at what really happened, but he didn't go.
He had already blown the whistle. He blew the whistle once he perceived a foul against Hakimi, so he couldn't go back again. You know, people are saying he should have allowed play finish.
I saw that as a clear goal. It's just, let me talk, a tussle, a show of tussle that one had to go. That's the way I look at it. That was a clear goal for me. And when Diaz reacted, you understand. Why look at it? But this is it. I felt that, for me, I'm in support of what this Senegalese did. You understand?
Okay.
Why am I saying it? Too many actions that did not take. As I said, from Cameroon, but it started from the Tanzania. And if you remember, Tanzania got a penalty. Almost, but the referee refused because it was Morocco. Then it transcended to Nigeria. Look at all the antics that happened, and also look at the antics outside the field of play that happened with the Senegalese. After learning from that, what had happened for Nwabali, for me, I think that it was a show of protest. You understand? But however, I love the way Mane handled it, consulting with Claude Leroy and Diop. You understand? And telling his player to come back. It's just a matter. But however, the aftermath, I know, irrespective of FIFA's consequences, understand, but the way I just felt that if register the protest that the world should know, the antics of the North Africa, look at our Champions League, all the leagues we normally play, then these have Is this what they're going to do at the World Cup when they get to the World Cup? And now it has come to the glare of the whole world that these are the antics of the North African. For me, I think that protest for me is justified. But however, the penalty, whatsoever. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Thank you, Peter Bonds, for your thoughts. More of those calls of yours and your messages also dropping via social media. Hello, welcome.
Yep, hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yep, my name is Bobby. I'm calling from Kano.
Nice to hear from you, Bobby. All the way from Kano. That's nice.
Yeah, so Morocco 2025, the competition that keeps giving. You see, when Nigeria played Morocco, where I watched with some folks, I told some of the folks saying we didn't play well, referee didn't do much to influence the game and all. I said if Nigeria had if Nigeria had scored a goal in that game, I said we would have seen the worst of officiating. It's not until were we expecting the referee to come with a T-shirt and face cap that says I am here to officiate in support of Morocco. No, we like to trivialize and act like we are woke or something about this thing. We saw it. It came to pass against Senegal. Look at it. That walkout, as bad as it was, as against the rule as it was, it had to be done. Senegal are not fools. They saw everything. Like, how much of a conspiracy would it be that DRC complained, Cameroon complained, Nigeria now only una last AFCON, what's their name? Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Everybody saw what happened. Ivory Coast were on the brink of going out. They got themselves back on track. They sacked their manager mid competition.
Yes.
How come nobody complained that they got favored? Nobody they said that. Look at these people shamelessly wanting to I don't know, engineer their way to the trophy, and now they are saying, look, the same WhatsApp group of people that keep saying referee is not favoring them, they belong in the same WhatsApp group that are saying what's his name, Ibrahim Diaz deliberately missed that penalty. So that nothing happened. Look, that is why it's football. Beautiful as it is, unscripted. It gives us like the most unimaginable kind of plots and things that we couldn't have brought together.
Yeah.
It was, as far as I'm concerned, it was karma at play. Morocco, good as they were, they couldn't, they felt entitled. They had to, whether the world likes it or not, they have to show the world that that semi-final they got to at the World Cup must make everybody bow at their feet. No! You guys were embarrassed. You felt so embarrassed that after 2022, you came to the Nations Cup in 2023, and you got knocked out in the group stage, the goddamn group stage. That was why you... South Africa knocked you guys out dishonorably. Because you thought, simply because you went to the World Cup, did what you did, you thought you just come to... Look, in Africa, nobody they look who she face. Nobody they look who she face.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, they lost not because they were not good, but because they overplayed their hand. I mean, look at what they did to Nwabali. I love the way Senegal took note of all those things. Look at what they did to Nwabali. We didn't get to see that. We didn't know what was happening until after the match. They uploaded the video online by themselves. Senegal decided to take action and stem the tide. And look at them shamelessly wanting to destroy while the game was going on. Like, how on God's good earth? Game was going on, match was going on. You could see players on the pitch running around. That match was going, and a Saibari was there wanting to start Towel. For goodness sake, what was that?
They didn't want to hear stories around voodoo. Thank you for your call. Thank you so much. All right. I can feel the passion around your voice. Nice to hear from you all the way from Kano State. That's beautiful, really. I read these comments from Facebook where we're streaming live. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info Space 99.3. You can go there, join the broadcast, and see the packaging around Overdoses outfit. You know,
Thank you.
It looks like a bullet.
Although I'm not going to walk off the studio.
I know you will not. I believe you.
I can't.
You're a hard walker. Okay, Toyo C. Toyo C. Well-being, Adekoya says, Morocco squandered a golden opportunity when it mattered most. Senegal, having survived their biggest scare, seized the moment and pushed relentlessly for victory. congratulations to Senegal. Or just like Toyo C, you can also drop your comments on the Facebook live stream, and we'll be reading more of those thoughts of yours as we progress. I'll get to WhatsApp now, just take a few more comments, and Azu will help me pick like 2 more calls, and then we can talk about Nigeria Super Eagles and what next the reality is for our number 1 national team. By the way, this responding to an earlier discussion we had on the show on Courtside, a day from Ikorodu. He went on to say that for him, he'll put basketball in position number 5 in the global sports ranking. He's going to have football as the most popular sport in the world, cricket's number 2, tennis number 3, rugby number 4, and then basketball number 5 for him. All right.
Is that a Nigerian number?
You're thinking there's a UK story in Nigeria number, right? When you saw rugby, you're like, is this South African or Zimbabwe? Okay.
I saw cricket actually. That was what actually caught my attention. That's a good one.
Great man in the studio. Good evening. Fantastic conversation. 6-2s from Ijaye Ijokoro with that. Jerry from Igondo says, good evening to everyone in the house. The truth is, CAF already gave Morocco the cup because the officiating was in favor of Morocco. Also, how will the host nation play all its matches in one stadium? Where has it happened before? So they are justified in walking out of the pitch. Why will their goal be disallowed? I think you could argue a bit for that one. Okay, if they didn't top their group, they would not have played in the same stadium to the final. The fact that they topped their group, just like Nigeria. Nigeria played up until the quarterfinals. Nigeria played in the same stadium. Senegal played in the same stadium until it was time for the final. So when you top your group, you have that privilege of, and for them, you know, it's like if Nigeria is hosting the Africa Cup of Nations, potentially Abuja may be the stadium to host the final, right? And then because Nigeria is in Group A, if Nigeria were to be hosting the AFCON, Nigeria's base will now be Abuja National Stadium. And then as far as Nigeria tops her group, Nigeria will keep playing in Abuja until they get to the final, if they get there. That's that kind of feeling. So for that one, there could be an argument in favor of the Moroccans. Hi guys, Mario from Bagada. I feel the Senegalese team was justified because prior to the match, their FA had publicly sent a communique to FIFA and CAF addressing their grievances and concerns, from poor treatment to no security to their training pitch to their fans being allocated only 2,000 seats out of 69,000 available, and also officiating. Then that incident now happened, coupled with the antics of the ball boys, players, stewards and officials on the pitch, turning into towel police. Or do I say towel police now? Ideally, as an FA, if you've been given prior notice before the game and these things happen, I believe you're justified to walk away because it shows CAF is complacent in it. More like complicit as well too. He feels that the fact that CAF didn't do enough to protect Senegal made them just so paranoid that once that happened and then they saw their goal chopped off too, they had to walk off the pitch. And he believes they will be justified. Tawo Otu says, I trust over Diesel to finish 12 noodles. Not too sure what that is. I think you guys are talking about noodles. The Senegalese players walking out wasn't wrong, he says. It was good for the game. Morocco didn't need all those shenanigans. Why was Captain Hakimi doing the same thing as those ball boys? Ima in Lagos has that one on WhatsApp. Wow, looks like so far there are more people in support of Senegal walking out than there are those against it. Let's do 2 calls and sample the thoughts, Azu, thank you, of the listener. Were the Senegalese justified to walk out of that pitch in the final? Hello?
Hello, everyone over there in the studio.
Yeah, good evening to you.
Welcome.
Godman here. Me, I want to come. I support what Senegal did.
Wow.
In walking out. It's a protest now. Yes, it's a protest. Like, I think it's not just for Senegal. It's for all the other Nigeria, all the other who have not been treated rightly by Morocco. Yes, they were doing it for all of us. So, and it was the climax of everything. All the things everything have been, people just been, look, they just turned a blind eye. But this one, and then also, God also was with Senegal. I mean, for crying out loud, how could that guy miss that penalty? I saw God there, like divine justice.
Wow.
I'm serious, like divine justice. I was like, wow, 99% that guy should not lose that penalty. That's for me. I felt that when they put up the penalty, that was it. They were going to score. But I saw like God was like, okay, I'll go show when I say I'll be God. Now I'm not going to score this thing. Senegal will still win. And God actually came, stamped his feet on this thing and say, I'm giving it to Senegal as divine justice.
Wow.
So I'll put it like my own angle. God himself was in support of Senegal.
Amazing. Thank you for your call. Wow. What an addition. On Facebook, more comments. Arnold Eke, more like Eke. I think that's how that's pronounced. Says,
Eke.
Yeah, Eke.
Eke.
Eke. No, this is like E-K-E-H.
Yeah, Eke.
Oh, Eke. AK-40. So yeah. So Morocco. Okay, none of you heard what I was about to say. Thank you, guys. Morocco deserved everything that happened to them. Senegal will always be top for me. They have been the best African team in the last 10 years, Arnold says. Also, joining our live Facebook stream, Nigeria Info Space 99.3. You can join and see all four of us in the studio and drop your comments too. We'll read more of those thoughts. One more call. Thank you, Sazu. Thank you. This is, by the way, Game On with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Jonathan
Welcome.
is running. How you guys doing?
Well, okay, Jonathan.
Welcome.
Now, I think I also flew along the line. I support the protest. And I think it's high time that CAF should stop this thinking that Morocco is doing us a favor in Africa by hosting back-to-back. Maybe they believe that they are doing us a favor. They are not doing us a favor at all. And CAF should come down from that trajectory.
Wow.
They are not doing us a favor at all. And I'm sure if they search around Africa, we will still host ourselves. So they should stop all this trend that just all of a sudden erupts suddenly. It's sad now. It can't be done. It can't. And I also felt that I don't feel that penalty.
Yeah.
I felt that it's an arrangement just to resolve the issue. That's where I look at it. Though. I am suspecting it's an arrangement. Because I don't think, just look at it. He just passed the ball to the keeper. And it's an agreement somewhere that he should just do that so that let's restart this game all over again. That's absolute shame on us as Africans and Africa.
Whoa.
Honestly. And I think we have to do better.
Right.
Enjoy your day, gentlemen.
You too, man. Thank you so much. Great to hear from you tonight. And one thing I've gotten from many of the callers tonight is how serious their voices are coming through. You know, like serious talk. Like, guy, this is not something like a joking stuffs. Are you doubting my status in the society? Please exercise patience, okay? Shout out to Fast, by the way. But it feels like it's serious business and everybody is standing on business as far as their thoughts are concerned on this one. We need to keep it going, actually, on this Game On show with Femi and the Gang. Got Nigeria and Fazivika Onicha in here, Overdose in here, to Chuma here alongside David Adeshino. And it's nice to have you consistently dropping your thoughts via Facebook where we're streaming live, Nigeria Info Space 99.3, X at Nigeria Info FM on X. And also we do have the WhatsApp portal active with your thoughts. The phone lines have been buzzing consistently. Say a bit more from this Africa Cup of Nations. Last caller spoke about Morocco and the fact that it feels like they're doing Africa a favor hosting the continent. Well, here are the words of the president of CAF, Patrice Motsepe, as to why we're having Morocco consistently host these competitions on the continent. Yeah.
Futsal. I open a bid for 6 months and nobody submits an offer because they lose money. I open a bid for the Women's Champions League. Nobody puts a bid because they lose money. And what happens? Morocco comes and says, I'll help you. And sometimes another country comes and says, I will help you. And what that leads to is that we've got lots of competitions where it's often the same countries. And partly it's because the others don't, the government say, but we don't have the money, we don't have the resources. And we have to move on.
All right, those are the words of the president of CAF, Patrice Motsepe, trying to make us understand why it feels like it's only Morocco that are hosting these competitions. They've hosted back-to-back Women's Africa Cup of Nations competitions. They are going to host another one for the third time in a row in the month of March. Here they are hosting AFCON 2025. They're going to be co-hosts as well for the 2030 World Cup alongside some of their European counterparts. And I used the word European as if they are Europeans, but they're not too far away from Europe, are they, Morocco, when it comes to the geographical side of things for them. So that's it. How about the awards? We got individual prizes given during the course of that, guys. And it was interesting to see players stand out with awards in their respective rights. Yassine Bono, the goalkeeper for Morocco, having kept 5 clean sheets in 7 games, actually won the award as the goalkeeper of the tournament. I'll tell you about the player of the tournament and so much more after this break. Please stay with us.
Today, in the ever-connected business world, business moves at unquantifiable speed, and the winners...
That's good to know. But the real question is, are your business tools really working for you or creating new headache? See, there's a kind of confidence you get when you know you got the right support, a solution built specifically for you, with both reliability and efficiency in tow. With MTN Cloud, you experience near instant operations thanks to lower latency, convenient billing with flexible Naira billing, and 100% data sovereignty, keeping you compliant. Visit cloud.mtn.ng today and get the cloud built for you. MTN, what are we doing today?
Mommy, see, I found Daddy's will with a letter addressed to me.
Really?
Yes, son. By the time you read this, I would have been long gone. Just know that I have taken care of your education with Cornerstone Children Education Fund. Daddy!
Yes, my dear.
I read your letter.
It's okay. You are meant to read the letter after I have died, not now.
Daddy, it's good to have a father that takes care of his children's future.
With Cornerstone Children Education Fund, I will always be there.
Oh, yes. Invest in Cornerstone Children Education Fund and enjoy an interest-yielding savings investment plan that doubles as a life insurance policy for your children's education and attractive interest rate. The policy can be used as collateral and serve as a life cover. Visit cornerstone.com.ng. Cornerstone, the future assured.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Creamer.
And where you need to have the break time.
Take Kivo Creamer.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star double cubes. Made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie double cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011*1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Attention, secondary schools. The countdown is on for the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Season 9 audition. And here's the big news. The registration deadline has been extended to January 25th, 2026. Do you think your students have what it takes to speak up, stand out, and debate brilliantly? Then register now for the live auditions by visiting nigeriainfo.fm. All schools that have successfully submitted their registration online are expected to attend the live audition happening on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Venue, Nigeria Info Studios, 267A, Timian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Audition begin 10 a.m. prompt on Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Don't miss this opportunity to let your student voices be heard. Register now at nigeriainfo.fm. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Everybody confirm I'm the correct remedy for headache. Medic 55 now.
My name na Odunlade Adekola and I be better hustler. From morning till night, na back to back. Work, traffic, noise. Sometimes it be like say your head go bust. Once that headache show, I go straight for Medic 55. With Medic 55, I did medic my headache. For headache,
use Medic 55.
If your body no tranga after 3 days, go see your doctor.
Looking for ways to save your data? It starts with your apps. Deleting unused apps helps, but there is more. Most apps have data saver modes. Activate them to control data usage. You can also go to settings to turn off auto updates. Lastly, close unused apps to save data when you ain't using your apps. These changes can make a big difference. For more information, visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for more helpful tips. Stay connected and enjoy smarter data usage. This message is brought to you by the Association of Telecom Operators and Nigerian Communications Commission.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Creamer.
Where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Creamer.
It's not tea, papa garita.
Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Niger, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011*1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
So my husband's boss, Chief Odogu, came visiting and I made ofen salad with Mr. Chef beef, all-purpose and crayfish cubes, plus my 2-finger crush. Odogu, who doesn't eat out, even carried takeaway. Now you do this one, oh, Mr. Chef.
Savor the taste of culture with a 2-finger crush of Mr. Chef seasoning cubes. Available in chicken, beef, and all-purpose seasoning cubes. Mr. Chef, taste home, taste culture.
There's so much more to enjoy when you fly in Emirates Economy. More legroom, delicious regionally inspired meals, complimentary free-flowing drinks, and the latest movies, TV shows, music, and live sport. Some of the best entertainment in the skies. And our family services make your journey simple and fun. Plan your next trip and start the holiday early in Emirates Economy. Fly Emirates, fly better.
All right, we just had to sort out the commercials and then come back really and get into some serious talk at this time. It's still Game On with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Shout out to my guy, P. P, just before you leave, okay, everything is still 100%. Nice ones, man. Thank you, P. Victor Osimhen, what's popping, bro? How fun now?
Hi, guys, I'm Victor Osimhen. Keep listening to... Keep listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info.
I see right here for you on the nation's #1 station for news, talk, and sports, 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's a show that's very compact. As long as you stay intact, we're going to let you feel the impact because we're here with all the facts and certainly set to interact. Interaction continues with Overdose in the building, Azubike Onicha in here too, David Adeshino, and yours truly, Chuma. Your thoughts do matter to us? Yes, sir?
Like we signed a pact.
Oh, I see. I love your impacts, my brother. Well done, well done. Okay, he knows how to act.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I know do show again.
They say like minds attract. You know? So I would get to some information for us now, just before we go back to the award winners for AFCON 2025. You know, because things have come through. FIFA have also released the latest and updated FIFA ranking, and Nigeria Super Eagles have climbed a bit higher. I'll let you in on that in the coming minutes. Also, still to come on Game On tonight, we'll look at what we saw from the big leagues around the European continent as Barcelona and Arsenal dropped points in the quest to win the La Liga and the Premier League titles, respectively. The NPFL gave us action too, and the Australian Open, the first tennis Grand Slam event of the year, is up and running. Now, though, you would love to see your team win a game and score 4-0, right? If your team were to win 4-0 against its rival, Will that mean your team happens to be 4-round beaters? Because they would have beaten their rivals by 4 goals, you know. But this is where we need to get to 4 rounds beaters, really, because, you know, it's another year for us to succeed in life. And the greatness of 4 rounds beaters and everything good comes to life one more time. Another year to work smart and choose right. And talking about choosing right, smart drinkers don't settle for less. They go for 4 rounds beaters. The drink that gives you all the benefits of beaters, from the vibes and with the vibes of alcohol. Yeah, that's the reality for you with 4 rounds beaters. Someone who wants to shout it out loud now is there. 4 rounds beaters, you know, it's reality. It is surely. You see this very one? It's specially made with you in mind. You ask the streets for something special, while 4 rounds beaters went and were asking the streets for what they want. And then they got the thoughts, they listened, and then went on to craft something magical around a very tasty beaters experience these days. What do Niger people want in beaters? They got the answer. They selected the choicest roots and ingredients and brewed the beaters especially with the needs of the Niger man and woman in mind. And now can present to you the Baba of beaters, the beaters for those who don't shake. 4 rounds beaters. With 4 rounds, someone will say energy now, water now. You know, just feels like enjoyment too. Everything is seamless like that. You just want to leave it for 4 rounds beaters. From the taste to that feel, the satisfaction that comes after every sip, 4 rounds beaters is unique and gives you great value for your money. There's this combination of health benefits of beaters with the sweet, smooth vibes of alcohol that just gives you a maximum satisfaction and gives you a different taste entirely. Beautiful taste that is, the kind that only 4 rounds beaters can deliver. And guess what? Gives you options too. Comes in sizes for all vibes. Big bottle for the squad, small bottle for steady flex, pocket size for movement. Whether you're sipping on a classic cocktail or getting creative with your mix, 4 rounds is a secret ingredient that levels everything up for you. So what's your move? Shakes there or pour? Next time, don't just ask for beaters, ask for 4 rounds beaters. It's registered with NAVDAC, and the 4 rounds beaters is not for persons under the age of 18. So it's key that you drink responsibly. Job here to share the good news with you every time, and I thought it was important I mentioned that to you. Back to the award winners, the players who were honored for their brilliance in AFCON 2025. Here we go. We spoke about Yasin Bono as the goalkeeper of the tournament, having kept 5 clean sheets in 7 games.
Well deserved.
Right? I would have thought Stanley Nwabali kept 4 clean sheets in a row in the knockout round. Okay. Bono had more.
Saved penalties, though.
Yeah, Bono also saved penalties, to be fair too. So yeah, and Sadio Mane was named the player of the tournament for the competition. Brahim Diaz, stats already say that one. Finished as the top scorer, winning the Golden Boot. He scored 5 goals in the tournament for his country, Morocco. And the national team of Morocco, called the Atlas Lions, won the Fair Play Team Award. Do any of you dispute these awards? Any of you?
They can have it.
Yeah.
No. All of the categories, really. Is that any of you who has a different?
I think Brahim Diaz has a big case to win the Player of the Tournament, and I obviously know that the reason why he was not given is down to Sadio Mane winning the Africa Cup of Nations, and for him, maybe they also had to find maybe the face of the team. Not necessarily down to performance only, because if you're looking at the Senegalese national team, a collective effort per se. You saw Pape Gueye showing his brilliance all through the tournament. We also saw Khalid Koulibaly in the side at the early stages of the tournament, and they also others.
Receiving yellow cards and red cards.
Yeah, Iliman Ndiaye as well also at some point in time hogged the headlines at the tournament. So I felt Brahim Diaz maybe should have won the best player, even though he didn't win the tournament at the end of the day. But giving it to Mane is also fine.
Yeah. I don't think Brahim Diaz should win that. I won't give it to him. I'll give it to a Nigerian player instead.
But Messi won the World Cup won the best player at the World Cup in 2014.
And did you see what Messi did in 2014?
We have also seen what Diaz has done.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, but that's why I said I would prefer to give it to a Nigerian player. Not even Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz was just a goal scorer. Any assists? Any hold-up play? Was he the one linking up? What did he do extremely that makes him a stand-up?
But what he did was really pivotal.
Goals.
He scored like I did mention during the break that he was the best player or the top scorer at the qualifiers. Was now ended as the top scorer at the tournament proper.
He could win it for the qualifiers, MVP, no problems. But not on this event. Yeah.
Well, so who do you think should have won it?
Like I said, Mane well deserved. That's a man beyond scoring.
But if Diaz had won it, wouldn't it have been well deserved as well?
I don't think he would have. They know Diaz would never have won it. I would never have given it to Diaz. I'll give it to Lukman. I'll give it to Lukman.
So you could say Brahim didn't give Morocco what was theirs, but he still deserves to be there.
Lukman.
But
I'll say now. Look, Modric won the world best, the best player in 2018. Right? I'm not sure he had, and he was close to the top scorers in that championship.
He wasn't.
So it's not about goals. I'm looking at what a player does.
Impact.
Iwobi had a great impact in that team. So if you're putting all those guys on top 3, I don't have a problem. Not because they are Nigerians. Get my point. I'm looking at. You see what I brought up? I didn't bring up on Osimhen because he started scoring. I did. What's his name again? I brought up a Lukman. And these were guys who could actually do it on their own. Sometimes you see what he did. Assists are very key in this game. Sometimes it's not about just putting the ball in the back of the net.
But again, I think the last time any player scored in 5 straight AFCON tournaments was in 1963.
5 straight games, right?
And
5 straight games.
and Brahim Diaz did it. So
no
yeah,
problem.
you could say
if he did it, he keeps that record, but he doesn't keep the MVP.
Okay.
I hope you get it. Let's not mix it up. That it doesn't make him the best player.
And maybe you can also say it's the most.
It doesn't.
The most outstanding player.
If somebody keeps doing it every year now, they keep winning the MVP because they got 5 goals.
It's not easy.
Do you know somebody could have scored 5 goals in the group stages of the
If it was easy,
and it gets
then the last time someone did it would not have been 1963.
Okay.
So it's not that easy.
Whether it's easy or not, that doesn't make you an MVP. You've just created the record. You've just broken or equaled the record. Let's hold that record.
Take away
for
those
you.
goals. Will Morocco have been in the final?
Exactly.
So who would have scored for them? How did they get to the semi-finals?
They had players like
how did they get to the semi-finals of the tournament?
Overhead kick.
How did they get to the semi-finals? Calm down.
Guy.
How did they get to the semi-final of the World Cup? Was Brahim Diaz a player to reckon with?
But it's 2025, and this
I don't think. No, we're going to. You're talking about 2025, right?
Yeah.
It could have happened in 2023, right?
No, wait. At that time at the World Cup, Brahim Diaz had not
become a
Moroccan player.
I'm just going somewhere now. You were sounding like Diaz. He said if Diaz wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying.
You could be
somebody that his talents are exceptional.
And what's in our purview now is
he's a great talent. He's a great talent, but he didn't show that here as far as I'm concerned.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, he just scored goals.
Let's keep it going, guys.
He just scored goals. Let's be realistic. What did Diaz do extremely? Tell me. Let's be realistic.
Let's be realistic.
Take ons
with Nigeria Super Eagles.
Open up play for the other teammates. Let's talk about it. He scored goals.
Just for the record,
people gave him these goals to score. He didn't run from the midfield to go score. He didn't do any Lionel Messi-esque in this one.
This guy stopped people.
But he would have broken a record.
I go off now, Michael. I know you respect me.
But he would have broken a record though, being the only player to score at the beginning and at the end of an AFCON tournament.
Exactly.
He had a chance to.
I like how Overdose took me seriously. I just said sorry.
Because you've done it before. That's why.
He was like, sorry.
Yeah, you've done it before.
Nigeria Super Eagles for the records. Actually,
you know what this
Saturday,
can do, right?
For the records, got the bronze medal for the 9th time in our history, beating Egypt through penalty kicks after the game ended. Even Stevens 0-0 at the end of regulation time. Stanley Nwabali made 2 penalty saves for Nigeria, and he said it was part of his plan to stop Mohamed Salah from scoring against him.
People say he did Mohamed Salah is one of the greatest in Africa. Talking about my emotions, so these guys, I do watch them. I do not watching the penalties. I do watch them playing probably in the clubs. But I feel like he's one of my greatest one to say this to best penalty. That is your moment.
All right, he did that one, and he certainly did that one. The goalkeeper for Nigeria, Stanley Nwabali, and he was the second best goalkeeper, someone would say, in the last AFCON 2023, behind Ronwen Williams of South Africa. And it feels like, if you look at the balance of play here, you could also say he's the second best goalkeeper in this AFCON 2025. Hopefully in AFCON 2027, he can step up to be the number 1 goalkeeper.
And how come he didn't win it in 2023, actually?
Rowan Williams again kept slightly one clean sheet over him, which has happened again with Yasin Bono too, has kept 1 clean sheet over him.
Did Williams play as much games?
Rowan, yes. South Africa won bronze.
Okay.
After they lost to us in the semi-final.
Was in the semi-final? That's true.
So,
penalty shootout.
So it's always a narrow miss for Stanley Nwabali. Hopefully he can win the goalkeeper of the tournament, like I said, for AFCON 2027. The fallout of the AFCON will continue tomorrow's broadcast to be the UEFA Champions League coverage. But before then, we will have a regular game on show, so we'll have time to talk about that. I just want to take one more fallout of those before we switch to the Australian Open, speak about the NPFL, and then focus on the action that we got from the other big leagues around the European continent. And that's the FIFA rankings.
Yeah.
Nigeria Super Eagles have climbed from number 5 to where?
Number 3.
Okay, in Africa?
Yes, in Africa, number 3, 26th in the world. Morocco are in the top 10, number 8th in the world, and number 1 in Africa. And then you have Senegal, who are number 2 and number 12 in the world rankings, and then Nigeria 26th. And number 3 in Africa.
For the Super Eagles.
Yeah,
they were like
is,
40 something that time.
Mm-hmm.
So to have come back to 20 something, nice for them. The dream now will be that they still have a miracle come their way in that quest to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, that one later this year. Phone lines still blinking. Let's do a few calls, Azu. Just about 3 calls, and then switch to club football for a bit. We're Femi and the Gang, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We greet you.
My name is Good Luck from Ojo.
Welcome, Good Luck. Felt like he was testing the phone lines 1, 2, 3 there. Phone line check. Hello?
Hey, the Ram Master.
Hey, how far now?
Good evening, sir. I did overdose.
Hi.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Ernest from Ago.
Welcome, Ernest. Ernest.
Yeah, nice commentary yesterday from The Voice.
Yeah, Tony was on fire as always.
Yeah, yes. I have a picture with some of my friends today, and they say Brian they purposely missed the penalty. Is that true? Did he purposely miss it?
Me supposed to ask.
Did it look like? No, did it look like this is overdose? Did it look like someone who purposely missed it?
It looked like
if nobody looks.
If that's what you're asking me, it looked like. What did he? I don't know.
I don't believe about this. So good one for Senegal, and good one for Super Eagles.
You don't believe us, but you still can't ask us.
Imagine.
From now for the something to this number 26. That is a promotion. That is good one. So I'm hoping they can keep the coach, although they are coming from the different countries. So I'm hoping NFF can keep the coach because he has a future, a better future ahead of him.
Okay.
Thank you. Fantastic. Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you so much. Stay with us, please. We're still streaming live on Facebook. Shout out to our guy Femi Taiwo for making things happen there. Valentine Chukudi says, good evening, guys. Good evening to you, Valentine. Friday Ehiz says, good evening, guys. Friday is listening to us and watching us from Ogun State. That's nice. Olaoluwa Ojo says, I'm very disappointed with Morocco. What they did was very embarrassing. These are more of your comments from our live stream on Facebook. Adeni Adebayo Lugbenga, your words are, why are you guys saying Nigeria didn't play well against Morocco? Even I play ball before, you go know how he be. When referee not allow Nigeria to counter play, all the contests in Morocco's half is a foul against Nigeria. It will kill your ball movement. I was a midfielder. This is why most times games were abandoned in our professional league. Up Senegal, they stood their ground. Nigeria and Cameroon all carried their enduring personality to the competition. Endurance don't kill them, you say. Adeni is saying, come on, he supports what Senegal did. One more call for now, Azu, please. And then we go to club football next up. And also the Australian Open. Hello?
Jonathan once again.
Okay, Jonathan.
Go and check that video real well. When Claudio was talking to Manny. Immediately after I finished talking to Manny, Claudio was dragged aside by 2 white guys. Check the videos. And when they finished talking with Claudio, those 2 guys called Manny, spoke to him closely, and look at their eyeball. Go and check their eyeball contact. When they finished talking to Sadio Mane, he backed out of the group. He started calling when he was backing out, look at their eyes of those 2 guys. They were looking at Mane closely, and that was when Mane started calling his colleagues back.
Okay.
That penalty was an RNG. Neat.
So who spoke to Brian Diaz?
You don't know. I think somebody, if you check the team of Morocco too, they did a meeting. Somewhere along the line, that communication has also linked to them. This is just to resolve this issue. And somebody suddenly remember that the FIFA president is sitting down somewhere.
Hmm.
They have to arrange something fast. And I'm telling you guys, that's exactly what happened.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan, for your perspective. Let me go around all three of you. It's not go around FC now, though. Without too much analysis, straight to the point if you guys can. Do you think the penalty was missed on purpose or not? Azu, letter A.
How did you start with me, Truman? I didn't see this comment.
Okay. I'll give you guys I'll be nice like that. 30 seconds for you guys to think about it and get ready to respond to me.
I don't need 30 seconds. My answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to ask the question again, so that Femi Taiwo can do his thing. Thank you, Femi. So, do you think Brahim Diaz missed that penalty on purpose or not?
No, I don't think so. And it's down to the fact that if you want to miss a penalty purposely, you have the
more
wide areas to pretty much send the penalties to, or maybe send it to a throw-in. Yeah.
Azu?
I thought
no, that's none.
Okay. So I would say it wasn't arranged. You know why?
Why?
Because
I think there is now.
Okay.
No, there's none. I'm just joking.
Okay. So Anthony Panenka, the man who invented the Panenka, did it in the final against Germany, and he scored. I think Brahim Diaz just wanted to be calm under pressure. There was too much pressure, so he wanted to play on the psyche of the goalkeeper. Okay, let me run like I want to place it in either angle, but then just send it down the middle. We saw Zinedine Zidane do it in the World Cup final. We saw Andre Pello do it, I think, in the Euros against England, where he did it against Joe Hart.
Was it England and Germany?
Andre Pello, Italy, England. Yeah.
Was it
against Joe Hart?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brahim Diaz, nobody told him to miss that penalty on purpose. He just wanted to be classy, to be honest, and it backfired. That's football for you. So yeah.
I think one more thing though, it did something for the highlight reels. He wanted something that would just culminate the tournament.
Exactly, that's it.
So Panenka settled the Africa Cup of Nations
final.
And if you look at his disposition as well, he wasn't a happy man after missing that spot.
Yeah. So he wanted to be classy, and Edouard Mendy scored him.
At first I thought it was VO, because I saw the communication going around. I was like, is there something Mane has? First off, I thought Mane was trying to do the senior man thinking. Mane is more exposed. He understands what the repercussions will be. Even up until now, they could still chop up. That's not. Yeah. We're not going to rule that fact out. They must be beaten. And also, that was going to let to overdose. I understand. May them beat us, mostly collect our trophy. May them give us the fine. Even though I'm not a fan of walking off pitches. But let's focus on the penalty right now. At first, I thought it was intentional. And till now, it's still a bit dicey for me. I'm not going to tell you 100% that I thought it was real. And not like Chukwu is his own. I know Chukwu is intentionally lose that penalty. But this one looked so easy. And I've seen Panenkas a lot of times. Like he said, one of the first I witnessed was Andre Pello. I think it was in 2008 or so in that Euro event. And he did it so wonderfully, and everywhere everybody went agog. Like they actually went on to lose that game, where it was a beautiful penalty performance. So what I'm trying to say is he wanted to. I thought he just did it so the games could move on. The reaction of the players also made me feel that way. Nobody was running to the goalkeeper to say, hey, great job. They just played on. And you could also use that as an argument that they were angry. They just came in, come play. They no send the keeper, make everybody just play the game and let it go. But for me, I still have a bit of a feeling, sincerely, I'm indecisive as far as that is concerned. I wouldn't lie to you.
I know it sounds really stupid. Again, I've seen people, say their thoughts on social media that how do you have a chance to win your first AFCON in 50 years and then you score and died. But it's the same way you had a chance to win your first AFCON in 50 years and you went to play Panenka. If you want to go with that.
Yeah.
Was it not that serious for you?
Yeah, exactly.
I get where you're coming from, Azu, and that's why I've thought about it a bit. I know there's been people have said, but Edouard Mendy saved the ball. And the goalkeepers now have an 8 seconds rule. You have to release the ball. That's why his teammates did not run and charge at him. But bro, I was expecting to see at least a Senegal player do like, you know when you're pumping your hand like, yes!
But he also gave his
for match where we say, if say,
lying though.
If say
you know do for
you consider
game.
no wait for match where we say if say you consider that goal, you don't lose the final.
Yeah, exactly. That was like the last week of that.
You know when some players actually want to get back at the Moroccans, for example, where I want to even fight. I want to fight overdose. So I run to overdose and say, shame on you.
They're taking his door. Hakimi don't carry it all. So what are we saying?
Come on, bro.
So
I'm not saying
not maybe right to.
And after the game, he also spoke in the presser and he said,
he said that on purpose. Why do you think that? He has
what will he say? So,
are you a movie actor?
Okay. So on that note, We speak about one more thing, and that's somebody who's asking about Nigeria's third place experience. Rotimi from UK says, "Good evening, guys. Nigeria was not presented their bronze medal yesterday, or were they given behind closed doors? I never witnessed that on live television." Well, here's the response for you, Rotimi. Nice to hear from you, by the way, from the UK. I know you're okay there in the UK. Well, one of the reports coming through from the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, a quote attributed to him, Ibrahim Gusau, says, "The players could not wait to receive their medals on Sunday. Their clubs were already after them to come back after Saturday's game. I have the medals in my possession, and this is the case for Egypt too, not just us. Had the medal ceremony taken place on the day of the match, they would have had the medals." Sasso Bayowana, who's been covering the AFCON, shares this as quotes from the president of the NFF, Ibrahim Gusau. So that's what happened. They were to go with that. All right. Club football next up. AFCON song. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. AFCON song. There'll be more around the AFCON to come as the show progresses in the coming days this week. Of course. This is still Game On with Femi and the Gang on the nation's #1 station for news, talk and sports, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And the action continues right here, right now.
Hi everyone, Martin Tyler here, English Premier League commentator, UEFA Champions League commentator, and assistant manager of Woking Football Club. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. Chuma Overdose, David Adeshino, and Azubike Onicha in the studio. You out there too, dropping your thoughts and comments. We love it when we hear from you every single time, okay? So keep them pouring in if you can, please. Still to come for the final hour of our broadcast tonight. We'll touch on the Australian Open, the first Grand Slam event of the year for tennis fans. Also focus on the NPFL as the second round of matches in the second stanza of the season came alive over the weekend. And well, some guys are battling for that title seriously, and Imama Makpakabo is doing quite a great job with Abia Warriors this season. And then your favorite leagues in Europe, we saw some title contenders drop points, even as we look ahead to the action in the UEFA Champions League tomorrow night. The standout game will be Arsenal Inter, two teams that are top in their respective leagues in England and Italy. But England, first up for us, guys. Manchester City gave us the Manchester Derby against Manchester United. And for Michael Carrick, it was his first game since after returning as interim manager for the Red Devils. United stepped up to the plate. They scored several goals that were chopped off as offside, but two stood for them. Brian Buemo and also Patrick Dogu with the goals as Manchester United beat Man City by 2-0 in the early kickoff on Saturday. That opened the door for Arsenal to extend the lead between themselves and United. But before that happened, though, we saw some games come around by later in the day, 4 p.m. our time on Saturday. I'll get to those results shortly. I'll just take over those thoughts quickly. Himself and David Adeshino. David, a Man U fan he is. Is this a sign of greater things to come for Manchester United, or is it potentially a one-off? And I'm asking this genuinely, knowing that in his first month as coach of Manchester United, Ruben Amorim led Manchester United with the support of Ahmad scoring towards the end to beat Man City by 2-1 within the first month of his reign as coach of Manchester United for Ruben Amorim. And we thought that was, I can see everything turning around for my good. Did we know that we're going to be where we are now with Man U? So is this a sign, looking at the way Man U played, they dominated that game, bro?
That's the word.
Is it a sign that the tide is changing, or could it be a one-off overdose?
I just think it's a sign that the manager knows the strength of his players. I think it's a sign that Michael Carrick actually understands the strength of each and every Man United player. I said something on Friday about the way he played against Chelsea during where I think it was just after the sacking of Solskjaer. Can't remember now.
Yeah.
Where he took interim charge of the team.
Matches,
2 wins and a draw. That win, I think, one of those wins was against Arsenal. But again, I mean, it just showed that Manchester United really struggled under Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 formation. And yeah, I think it's a sign of good things to come, because you could see that Bruno was in a more creative role, his number 10 role. And I can't remember, to be honest, the last time Manchester United scored 6 goals in a game where 4 were chalked off. and 2 stood. Amad Diallo scored, Bruno twice. Bruno scored, Mason Mount scored, and they were all choked off. But again, you could see the dominance. And shout out to Gianluigi Donnarumma. He kept Man City in that game. Had it not been for him, maybe Manchester United would have won by maybe 4, 5, 6 goals possibly. But again, you can understand that for Michael Carrick, he's just I mean, it's common sense, you know. You're trying to play a 3-4-3 system where you don't even have the players to execute that system, and then of course Lisandro Martinez coming in a back four. That's the way I've seen Manchester United play over the years. Yeah, you might say after the exit of Sir Alex Ferguson they've struggled, but again, I mean, you have players, you should know the best positions, and I mean it leaves so much to be desired for Ruben Amorim.
Yes, sir.
Sorry if I even pronounce his name wrongly. I think he deserves that, because at the end of the day, you're trying to play a 3-4-3 system where you don't even have the players to execute it, and this is a man who was asking for more players to be given to him. Basic coaching just shows that, okay, these players cannot play the 3-4-3 system. Give them a 4-3-3, which of course we've come to know over the years, and they were good. Look at how they pressed Manchester City. Yes, I know Manchester City are not, the best of teams on their day, especially in recent times. But for you to play Man City so much so that even Erling Haaland could not even see the chance. I know what happened in the reverse fixture. It was 3-0. Erling Haaland scored twice in that game.
Too.
Yeah, Phil Foden also scored. So, I mean, Manchester United, shout out to Carrick. I think he's just brought back the vibe, and I think this is a sign of good things to come. If they continue like this, Manchester United will definitely improve.
That first goal was beautiful.
Yeah. It was. I mean,
headed out by Manchester United. Fantastic control by Mbuemo to Bruno Dos Fernandes. Man United 4-on-3. There's space this time. Mbuemo now 1v1 with Donnarumma. They had been knocking on this door, and now it's been opened for them. The superstar from Cameroon activates. Bruno Fernandes motivates. And Manchester United cultivates. The Red Devils lead Man City by a goal to nothing. It was nice to see that, and they went on to score that second goal with Patrick Dogo. David.
Well, let me calibrate now, Chua.
Was that deliberate?
Well, United now, I maybe just not akin to what Ovadoza said. But I get where it's coming from. But in his first stint in charge, he took over 3 games. That is, played Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel, and he drew that game. I played against Unai Emery's Villarreal, also won that game in the UEFA Champions League. And then when the opportunity came forward for him to take on Arsenal with Mikel Arteta, that's what presented itself, by the way, next weekend in the Premier League. He took him to the cleaners, but 3-2. That was how the encounter obviously did end. But with Michael Carrick now, we expect consistency. What we saw against Manchester City was intention, shown early from the get-go. Man United did show the energy level was at the right place, and that's what the former manager Ruben Amorim did request. And for away from that as well, it looks like he's also building on what Amorim did. And when I say that, United, when they functioned in attack, they played with a 3-2-5. So when they went forward, we could see 5 players open out with what United did going forward in attack, and that really helped United. You could see Bruno Fernandes playing now in his primary position, which, Amorim wanted him to play there, but the if and also the issue then was also he didn't have another player to utilize in the position where Bruno Fernandes did play under Ruben Amorim. So away from that, I feel, yes, United did well, but what we are requesting for now, it's about consistency. What United fans who want to see is consistency. When the man knows Louis van Gaal took over this job in 2014, things started out well, but things also didn't also continue in the best way possible. He ended it with the FA Cup title. Away from that, Jose Mourinho came his first season. United did okay, or did they finish 6th? But trophies came around, and United, that was a wonderful. That's the first year that Pep Guardiola never won any title in his managerial career. That's his first year at Manchester City. Away from that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came. Things also did turn out good, but it's about laying the foundation now for Michael Carrick. This is his time when he also has to build his CV. The more reason why he took over the job, he knows he has nothing to lose. If he does well with Man United, his CV improves. Unlike an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, first stint did very well for himself, also took United to great heights and also wanted compensations here and there, permanent job and also bonuses. I feel what I'm looking forward to from United now, analytically and also as a fan, is consistency. United have started out well under previous managers, under interim managers, in fact. Well, can they see it over the line? That remains the big question. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll find an answer for that question when season finish. Okay. Let's keep it going with more results really that we got from the Premier League before we get into more serious talk. No, we'll leave Man U first. Other player talk now. Sharp if you fit. Because nobody only Man U, they mean
That's another rush. But on a lighter note,
there's a live game in the Premier League tonight. Just to mention, Brighton 0, AFC Bournemouth 0. 9 minutes played in that. In the Spanish La Liga, it's Elche 0, Sevilla 0 after 7 minutes. And in the Italian Serie A, well, right now, Lazio are trailing 0-1 against Cesc Fabregas's Como. Fantastic stuff. Como causing commotion in that territory. 1-0 Como lead after 22 minutes. Earlier today, we had seen Cremonense and Hellas Verona share the spoils 0-0. Back to you, Azu.
Okay, so I think I like what I saw. I liked what I saw on, was it Saturday, right?
Yeah, that's the
beautiful game. That early kickoff derby was interesting. And Carrick has just shown you again that I can do this. He did it the first time, 3 games. I think he just drew 1 and 1-2 and played against top opponents. I'll also bring you to the point where Van Nistelrooy, I kept on clamoring for the fact that this man should be left to do this job. He might not be so tactical, but there is something about some of these teams. It's just plug and play. When you know what the coach did before he left this team, that culture is already there. Something called subscription. That's my own word for descriptions like this. As Alex Ferguson did it with these same boys. They would just tell you, okay, this is what our guy taught us back then. Let's play like this. And miracles will happen. Just like Christ does with the Peters and the likes.
Amazing.
And they go out there and they just carry the tongue of fire. What I'm trying to say is these are 2 names that played on that. And immediately you took Mr. Roy out. He went to Leicester City. He couldn't do well. You brought in Amorim. He didn't know what he was doing. Amorim won 1 game with the same Dogu playing up front. And he brought him back again. You will not say that man spoke something. But that's by the way. So what I'm saying is Carrick doesn't have too much work to do. These players are not as bad. Look at what sincerely, I will apologize to Fernandes for the very first time. I thought he was gone until he played that game yesterday. Those passes were they were crispy. Heavenly. They can bring out to food. They go for Mount, sincerely. It shouldn't be cancelled. I don't know how they did it, but let's leave it out. They won by 2 convincingly. Carrick doing the same job he did some years back, bringing it back again after he left the same job for Ragnick. And the problem has been that Manchester United don't know that these guys who leave as interim should finish the season first. The same thing I was clamoring for. You know, Amorim didn't even want to come. Let them finish the season before I come in. Carrick, allow him finish the little job you've given him. You bring in Ragnick. You ragga the whole thing.
And I know there's a bigger problem down the line. And I feel the problem is style of play. United
we don't see
Amorim because of his style of play.
Let's leave a style of play now.
That will be the bigger problem very soon.
Maybe the bigger problem. All the cups don't finish. The only cup they have now is to qualify for the Champions League. So like I said, Carrick could do a great job. I saw what he did. And like you said, let's not rush into one game. Guardiola did so well at City, but he started so badly. Brought in Nolito and the likes, Bravo, almost packed half of Barcelona team finished. But no worry. It's not like he drained them, but some of the key players, he took them out. Some of the players who were not so key, he brought them into the team. And look at what he did with them at first. He kept on buying players. But once he hits that Guardiola's pattern, why didn't he struggle to succeed at Barcelona? There was a pattern he just coached the B team for 1 year. People were thinking he's been coaching there for a long time. Guardiola has been coaching from playing football. He will score goals. Instead of him to celebrate, he will come and he will be telling you what was supposed to do as football player. You get the point. So he knew what he wanted. It was easier for him at Barcelona. Coming to Man City was a different case. Now Carrick understands this tradition. If Solskjaer had come in, maybe it would have also been easier for Solskjaer. Solskjaer didn't do so badly. He didn't just win trophies.
DNA.
So exactly, that's the word, DNA. So let's leave Carrick to just do this thing and carry on. You will see that Nistelrooy is not as bad as a coach if he comes back to Manchester United. He won 3 of his 4 games and scored about 11 goals. I think he considered just 3 and scored it. First game, Leicester don't chop 5.
Chief Carrick, hold on. So hold on to Carrick.
Let's leave them to work their work.
Chelsea, who have Rosinho as their boss these days, beat Brentford by 2 goals to nothing. Was Leeds United 1, Fulham 0, Liverpool 1, Burnley 1, Sunderland 2, Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1, West Ham United 0. Thomas Frank, his issues continue mounting, and it may just be a reality of him being shown the exit door sooner than later by the Tottenham Hotspur hierarchy. Nottingham Forest and Arsenal played in the last game for Saturday. It was a chance for the Gunners to go on 9 points ahead of second placed Man City at that time. We saw 90 minutes of action. We're searching for a goal, but we never had any. That was enough to frustrate Chief Sir Elder Doctor Engineer Mikel Arteta, who says Arsenal should have gotten a penalty in that fixture.
That's clearly, and we need the opportunity that we had. We haven't managed that, so the word is disappointment. We haven't conceded anything, any single shot again, and generated 4 massive chances with Martinelli with an open goal, with Declan Rice, Merino, and then Bukayo Saka's header with an unbelievable save. And on top of that is a very clear penalty as well, and that is not being given. So after that, credit to as well Forest, because it's a team that is very well organized and very difficult to generate a lot of momentum throughout the game. So yeah, disappointed.
He was disappointed, Mikel Arteta, after that 0-0 draw involving Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa had a chance to cut the deficit between themselves and the Gunners when they played on Sunday. But I think when the handwriting is on the wall, you just see it all over the place. And the signs are there for the Gunners, because even Aston Villa dropped points at home, losing to Everton by 0-0, meaning Villa remains 7 points behind Arsenal. Same with Manchester City. The Gunners on 50, Man City and Aston Villa on 43. That will take me to the Spanish La Liga, because Real Madrid and Barca are battling for the title, more so now that Arbeloa has come in as boss of Real Madrid after the exit of the man that many people respected, but who could not hold this position for even a full season, right? Real Madrid won on Saturday in the Spanish La Liga, and Barca had to go back to restoring the disparity between the two sides. Did not happen to Levante losing to Real Madrid by 2-0. Kylian Mbappe and Raul Asensio, the goal scorers for the team on all white, 15-time European champions there. And in fact, at halftime, some people were booed. Yeah, it's the second half that Real Madrid turned on the Stars and eventually went on to win the game. The buck stopped on Barca's table. They needed to win to go back ahead of Real with a 4-point disparity or so, but lost to Real Sociedad by 2-1. Marcus Rashford scoring the only goal for Barca, however, wasn't enough. Oyarzabal was amongst the goal scorers for the Real Sociedad side as they beat Barca by 2-1. So Barca still top the table, 49 points, but are only 1 point ahead of Real Madrid, who have 48 points. Villarreal are third on 41 points. David Additional, you have your eyes on this Brighton and Hove Albion Bournemouth game, and it looks like we may see a goal soon.
Yeah, it does look so on that goal. The Bournemouth side have been the better of the two sides. Tavernier, Evan Nielsen all troubling in that attacking front, and for players like Van Aake and his teammate Louis Dunk and the likes, and even the goalkeeper Pat Verbruggen are doing the job to ensure the Bournemouth side do not score in this game. But still no after 17 minutes.
Well, it's beautiful to know that everybody is connecting to the broadcast tonight. And when I say everybody, people from different parts of the world. We have this one from Mfele, who's South African, says, "Good evening, guys. Listening to you from South Africa. What's your take on Senegal's goal and the penalty?" Mfele, I wish you joined us earlier. So, guys, you want to help Mfele by responding again very quickly. What was your take on the goal? Says South Africa's goal and then the penalty. Azu had said that the goal should have stood, right? The one that was chopped off.
Yeah, should have stood.
That's
should have
Senegal's
stood.
goal.
Yeah, the first goal should have stood.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the whistle went in too early. I think that's the issue. Penalty was clear, but referee had not been balanced, and I think that's why the Senegalese left the football pitch. The goal had to just settle it at that point. Maybe not the best way it should go. We don't want to see things like these players walking off the football pitch. Or maybe once in a while things like this happened in the past. And it led to the heights that we find ourselves.
But again,
I know you know the game initially we're talking about. Yeah.
Initially, I was of the opinion that he should have, stood. But when you look at it again, I think there was a genuine foul on Achraf Hakimi.
Really?
Yes, that foul on Achraf Hakimi. Before that, player headed it, hit the woodwork, and then of course the rebound went in. So, it's football definitely, but I didn't say anything wrong with that, to be honest, and that's why I said the Senegalese player should not have walked off the pitch. I mean, but again, it is what it is,
right? Yeah. This one is from Omoku in River State. I enjoyed my time there. That's where Go Round FC play their football. Omoku. It's from Amos Gift, also streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info Space 99.3, and he says, "Good evening, sports gang. You guys are doing a great job." Amos Gift watching live from Omoku. Thank you, Amos. You need to be famous. When we're in the studio, no one can blame us. You have a bright future. Even if I cannot
see it, everybody now, Amos.
I'm not Nostradamus, my brother.
I don't think for this game.
You'll be famous.
I believe you. Yeah, someone will say we're so good, no one can tame us.
Like Sergio Ramos.
And it's true. When they listen to us, they're like, is it the same us?
Then they see hippopotamus now.
So at the end of the day, all we say is vamos.
Can we focus on this?
Yeah, we're focused back. Enough of the rhyming. Back to the show now. So 19 minutes played in the Premier League. Brighton and Hove Albion nil. AFC Bournemouth nil.
Just to also let you know that in the Serie A, Como are leading Lazio by 2-0, and it looks like they will be awarded a penalty. Martin Baturina with the first goal in the second minute, and of course Nicolas Paz with the second goal in the 24th minute. Right now it's 30 minutes, and it looks like Como have been awarded a penalty. So
stunning stuff. We want to balance things, and that's why we love to not just do the talking. We want you to show some walking too. Do a few more calls, and after we pick these calls, then the switch can go over to the Australian Open. What has happened in the first 2 days of that competition, we shall let you in on it. Transfer. You know, because of the Africa Cup of Nations, sometimes people forget that this is the January transfer window where players are supposed to be moving, and we're already more than halfway into the month of January. We'll let you in on the latest transfer stories and so much more, including the Nigeria Premier Football League. On this Game On show brought to you by Femi and the Gang on Nigeria.
Yeah, super happy to...
Who sent that, babe? Mishi started the talk. I'm coming to you. We love and respect you so much, actually. That's the lady from the Australian Open, okay? You can dial 0201 277 0993 to join us. Yes, sir. 0201 277 0993. And for the ladies, 0201 465 7190. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's Chidebere from Abara.
Nice to hear from you, Chidebere.
Please, what did my Rangers do today? Enugu Rangers?
Stay with us. We're going to the MPFL shortly.
Okay.
I love your passion for our football. That's good. Keep listening, all right? We'll go to the MPFL in a bit. Thank you. More of your calls. Okay. We'll just get in more calls. And, of course, view your polls via social media. Beyond Facebook, it's happening on WhatsApp and through X. Chuma Overdose and David alongside Azu. Good evening. Ibrahim Diaz didn't purposely miss the penalty. If he had scored, Morocco would have won. They rejoice when Mendy saved the penalty. Manchester United will be in the top four, though it depends on players' availability. Carrick may be retained. These are the words from Ayo on WhatsApp. Yeah. Thank you, Azu. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Mr. Chu, no.
We greet you specially.
Yeah, good evening, the full house.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, about this now, this evening, I war. I war, but there's no one agree. Over this.
I go agree.
Sorry? We're listening.
Yeah, this children for Shango to do.
Okay, children, welcome.
For me, I want to go to the African Cup of Nations part. So, that match was good. That match yesterday, it was hard fought for Senegal. But I was happy that they won it. At least those millions of Moroccans, they are trained and they will watch that pitch come out.
Wow.
Nice one for Morocco. At least I'm also happy for Sadio Mane. I think this is his last AFCON for Senegal. So winning it is a very good one for him.
Right.
At least captain fantastic. He showed his work as a captain.
Indeed.
Yeah, and also for my Man U coach, Overdose.
Yeah.
Overdose.
Yeah.
When I go cry, no worries. When I go cry, when I go shed tears. Forget this, na coach. Your baby go down against
Just they play.
Now they play. When I go cry very soon, no worries. When I go see this coach, I thought he was good, but now, he's so good.
Set up. Thank you, Chidubem. Thank you for your call. Azu, can we squeeze in one more? Just quickly. Thank you, sir. Hello.
Yo. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Azu, and good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
So this is actually from Ebutimeta.
Nice one.
Yeah. Quickly about the AFCON. Yes. The guys have spoken well. I mean them. Like Senegal was not supposed to leave this thing is not justifiable. But I mean, I was thinking, and I was saying that this is the right thing just to cough the whole injustice being done by Morocco in the whole game and everything. You would not. I mean, this match is a psychological something. Chuma, I can tell you, man.
Yeah.
I also play football. And there was a particular inter-school game we went to play. Then I was in University of Nigeria taking on University of Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Okay.
So,
NAU, UNN.
Yeah. So I mean, we were playing, and then the referee was their person. It was just doing the whole bias stuff, and we have to walk out of the pitch.
Wow.
Yes, it's not justifiable, but they are playing on our intelligence, they are playing on our head and our emotions. You don't come and be, you understand thing.
Yeah.
This is why human beings too. But imagine the captain of Morocco too, Ashraf Hakimi. I didn't expect that for me. Taking away the towel of Mendy. That doesn't make sense. That's not a sportsman behavior and everything like that. Yes, we know the Senegalese are going to be fine, but I mean, it's just okay. They this thing, but yeah, for the penalty, yeah. So let me quickly speak on the penalty.
Okay, we're listening.
So the guy, I mean, you will see that when just the left foot player, and Chuma, you must agree that if you're a left foot player, you are almost all the left foot players. They are left foot players.
Oh, network wants to mess this thing up.
It's as weak as what we can be. Those people that are foot players, they can still manage their left foot to play. Do you see that penalty yesterday? He took it with his right foot.
Yeah. Well, some people argue that he scored a penalty against Mali with his right foot as well.
That's his major foot, actually.
He scored a penalty against Mali with his right foot.
I think his foots are confusing. It reminds you of Ryan Cherky.
What happened to the call? It's gone off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I really wanted him to land, but
it
the
went off
was
on the wrong footing. Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about left foot and right foot here.
Exactly.
You are informed today.
Yeah.
Thank you for informing us. Okay. Aussie Open action now quickly before we get to the MPFL and the transfer stories for you in football. Arina Sabalenka, she's going for a third title in this first Grand Slam event of the year. And she did very well in her first game. Maybe not too well at the beginning, but wrapped up on a high. 6-4, 6-1 has success in her opening game of the action at the Rod Laver Arena, I should say. In the presence of some greats. Roger Federer was there watching her. Also, Rod Laver was there watching her too. Did I just say Rod Laver Arena? But yeah, magical stuff because Rod Laver himself was there watching her play as she goes for her third title in Melbourne. 6-4, 6-1 her success story. And she admitted that it came with a bit of pressure having those legends around watching her. She's a happy lady winning her first game of the competition.
Yeah, super happy to be through this match. I think I didn't really start at my best, and I was struggling to find my rhythm. But then I feel like in the last two games of the first set, I found my rhythm and I was able to step in and to play a little bit better tennis.
Yeah, better tennis was enough to give her that win. Carlos Alcaraz is a man who's also a favorite for the title in the men's draw now, and he's pushing to become the youngest man to win the career Grand Slam. His quest is fully alive. He beat Adam Wharton 6-3, 7-6, 6-2 in his opening game. Novak Djokovic. I just had to give him a Nigerian middle name around the place. Can we see a goal here? Is there a penalty for AFC Bournemouth? I think there's a penalty, you guys. Yeah, the referee will give a yellow card to who now? To the goalkeeper. Oh. To the
simulation.
To the guy for diving.
Power back, it's A4. A4 from power back.
Is that Tavernier? Is he the one? No, it's okay, Adley. Adley who gets the yellow
card. They fell really hardly.
He fell hardly. Leverkusen player.
So we're watching the replay. What do you guys make of this?
Second review, yes.
He wanted to sell something to
I say for from power back. Yano Bridge, Bridge.
Was contact on him now? Was there none?
He touched him.
So see Brighton Neil, AFC Bournemouth Neil, just for the records after 28 minutes.
I touched him.
Yeah.
Touched him.
There was contact.
I think the yellow card should be cancelled.
Maybe the gravity of the contact is now what the referees factoring. But I think by that estimation, then maybe not.
VAR is checking it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think
so. The yellow card could be overturned and a potential penalty could still be given.
It's a penalty.
Checking possible penalty simulation.
The keeper did that intentionally. He took the leg up. That was intentional.
Oh, yeah. That the follow through from the goalkeeper is where the problem is. The follow through with his right foot.
And that's the thing with a closer look. It will provide you with a bigger picture to look at. And it's a penalty for me.
Yeah. FPL wasn't true to his craft.
VAR has not confirmed yet, though.
FPL managers, are you happy? Are you see what we are seeing?
Maybe we should call that referee that officiated the AFCON final to hand us. Not joke, I beg. So, like we're saying.
When we call the referee, we have to give him full con because, I mean, he had AFCON and couldn't do it.
Okay. Oh, you had half con. Okay, okay. Give me full con.
Yeah.
The referee is going to check the screen himself. The centre referee in charge of this Brighton and Hove Albion versus AFC Bournemouth fixture is going to check the screen by himself. This could be a penalty. We'll let you, we'll keep you updated really as far as that's concerned. But I was on Novak Djokovic.
So you meant Ibe.
You don't give him half con and you want him to do a good job. Nah.
He's just
what is the form tonight?
That's why.
Maybe I'll give him my con.
That's
like
why when you look at the whole
again,
thing,
he has his mic on.
That's why when you look at it, that's why it's a contest because of the con. Yeah,
You're testing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe you, bro. Not true.
Yeah.
They go to AFCON for a massive contest to test con. Overdose, you did form. Over form, they worry you. The referee is watching the VAR screen over and over and over again. He will have to make up his mind.
But he was in front. How didn't he see that?
It happened so quickly now. Don't forget.
It was too fast.
He needs to see the
run this
contact.
yellow card simulation.
I think Verbruggen will be given a yellow card and then that will be a penalty.
I think it's
the leg.
That was intentional. He lifted the leg. No.
It's a penalty for
The referee is coming back now to the pitch. He gives us the VAR TV screen sign and he'll talk to the stadium, of course, before deciding on what he'll give to the rest of us here. Yes. Who can read lips, I beg? Can you guys tell us what he's saying? If we have lip readers around the place in the studio. Half an hour football played. Verbruggen.
But I know he said 21.
Not a happy man.
21. That's what I had.
Oh, you heard 21.
Yeah.
He didn't get the penalty.
Wait till Cook is around him now. Atlee Cook.
I think
you hardly Cook overdose. You do. Waiting there talk. You see never claim you. Waiting there talk. A penalty or not?
No, he shook the hands of the player.
I think there's no penalty.
He gave the yellow card, so I'm sure it's a penalty. If you shake the hand of
by the gesture of the goalkeeper, he was retreating. So I also feel he gave a penalty.
Yeah.
For the listener who's wondering why we don't have, of course, the TV audio volume. Sorry, what am I saying? Audio volume. We don't have the audio because we're live on radio now. So we'll just wait for the sign. Guys, there's no penalty.
It's a penalty.
There's a pen.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Danny Welbeck is not happy, but AFC Bournemouth have a penalty. A chance to take the lead in this fixture.
But I don't know if he retracted the yellow card. That's the problem.
And it's true. We haven't seen a sign.
He has to, and he likely had done it.
Yeah, maybe he had.
Eddie Kwanzaa Welbeck did it.
Yeah. So Tavernier is the man to take the penalty.
Yes, bro.
The penalty.
You want to take us straight?
Oh, well, of course. If you do me the honors, why not? Why not? So, of course, Tavernier in his last 5 penalties, he's actually scored 4. One hit across crossbar. So, up against the Brighton goalkeeper. Talking about James Tavernier. And he stands over the Swan. So, is it going to be a goal? Yes, it is. Goal number 1 for Bournemouth. Tavernier converts. And yes,
he hits the golf ball, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the celebration. So Verbruggen couldn't keep that one out. And it is Brighton 0, Bournemouth 1.
The goalkeeper guessed the right way, right?
Yeah,
he went towards the right direction, but just gonna have a hand to it.
Just how to use VAR. Just how to. I won't say beyond that. Thank God he was one of us that read it.
No, what are you saying?
Thank God he was one of us that read it. Just how to use VAR.
And is ironically side by side with the AFCON final.
In Afuso.
That's what happens when you have multiple TV screens in the studio.
Well, you know, if you bring that out as a book, it will sell. Just how to use the VAR by Azo Onitsha.
Exactly. Even in Onitsha.
Yeah. David, chop your 5, I beg. I don't know what you guys ate before you came to the studio this evening. Whatever it is, he's walking.
And I feel like that's his niche.
I know.
Yes, on Onitsha. Niche.
I know his name.
His name is wonderful. 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. The win for Novak Djokovic, who's a 10-time champion in Melbourne. He started his campaign on.
I'm not sure.
Semi-finals. Last season, semi-finals.
Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah. Margaret Scott don't call them. Say
nobody's breaking that record.
Nobody break record.
Novak Djokovic and Margaret Court are on 24 Grand Slams each. Djokovic wants to stand alone as the greatest Grand Slam winner of all time.
Don't try. Easy to pass Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal.
Right.
Stay where you do. Say no.
Stay where you do.
Nobody in this life now.
So these are some of the big results that we had in the Aussie Open in the first round. Medvedev also won his first major for the first time in won a game at a major, actually, for the first time in 370 days.
Wow.
That's the guy, Daniil Medvedev. Got back to winning ways, 7-5, 6-2, 7-6 on Margaret Court Arena, taking his record to 6-0.
How come nobody's talking about Stanislas Wawrinka? The man who came back after
at the age of 40.
He's
He's been given the wild card.
Yes,
That's why they say stand the man.
Yeah, exactly.
So he actually won. He defeated his opponent.
Nice.
Jerry.
Which was not a
He won. He lost the first set actually 5-7.
He defeated him.
Yes, he won. He won the second.
That's
third.
not an easy feat, if you ask me. Yes, no.
Allow me to finish now.
So he took his feet by defeating him. Defeats.
So he won the second, third, and fourth set 6-3,
Yeah,
6-4, and 7-6. A great performance from the Switzerland man.
Swiss.
If I go say, Swiss, have you?
Yeah.
I almost
Best
thought
friend of
Swedish.
Roger Federer.
Okay, Stanislas. Stand the man.
Wawrinka.
So you'll be 41 this year. And this will get on the day celebrate. I won my return game.
My brother.
He'll be 41.
This is his final year on the tour.
But as far as I know, he hasn't fought anyone.
41. Okay. All right.
He has won 3 Grand Slam singles. Do you have something to say about that too?
That's why he's not
single. I think that he loves victory. He's won 3 Grand Slams because he loves victory. Like he loves to win victory.
At some point, he was dating Victoria.
Yes, now. Can't lie, videos. What are you doing now today? Okay, time to go to WhatsApp. We're seeing more of. We have one of the great guys calling us, I think, from the UK with a +44 number. Good evening. Hello. Hi, are you there?
He's taking his time like Edward Mendy.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't want to just die.
Hello, can you hear us?
You know?
Sorry. So I tried calling earlier, and because we like to use the WhatsApp platform to pick calls from our diaspora listener, I missed the call and I tried to call him back, and he speaks now, but we're not hearing him. Sorry. You can try to call him back again.
You can hear us,
just when he wanted to say, "Can you hear me?"
He will call back.
Highly spiritual. Okay, I'll just do that because we always love it when we hear from the great guys and ladies who are listening to us from outside Nigeria. And the WhatsApp portal is a platform to pick those calls of yours. Hello?
Hello. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Chuman Noli no.
Yes, so...
Chuman Noli no. The numero uno of rhyme. That is...
Numero rhyme.
We're here. 100.
After Misha.
Yes, I greet you guys. I just wanted to make one comment when we're talking about describing what happened yesterday at Rabat, Morocco.
Yes.
Some people are saying that the Senegalese players were not supposed to walk off the pitch. But for me, I look at it as narcissism, manipulation. When you continue to oppress somebody, when the person reacts, you now come to invoke what you're supposed to do. Why not invoke it the first time that they were not supposed to do what they were doing? You know, when you play those, I don't want to sort of call them out. The Arab world, when you play them and the type of thing that happen with their.
Yes.
That's it. You know what I mean? Look at what they did to Wambale, and there have been that sort of people have been complaining from all the matches of Morocco, sort of a lot of shenanigans they were doing in order to win. Besides, to a certain extent, CAF, which I don't know if it is proven, they were supporting those things. You know what I mean?
You don't have facts.
I felt within me. Irrespective of the fact that it was not worth it, it was not television friendly. Actually, what this that was supposed to be, because at times it's just like what is happening in Nigeria. These guys continue to oppress Nigerian citizens. The day they will react, people will say, "You are not supposed to protest. You are not supposed to do this." But when you are doing your own, you will not see the right thing. That is manipulation. So I think fate settled it. When they were about to play the penalty, I felt that it was going to happen, because fate is not it's not a respect of person.
Right.
So fate settled it. But the other way around, I want to commend Mane. He's a born leader. What he did, he was not the captain on the day.
He's actually
but
the third,
he was. Yeah, but he was able to manage the situation even beyond what the coach did.
Yes.
So he is. I think they gave him man of the
player of the tournament.
So
Yes.
He is worth it. I think his actions is supposed to be emulated by every other what do you call
player, right? Footballer.
I do not just get every other person that is playing games in terms of athletics and
sportsmen. Sportsmen.
Sportsmen, sportsmen and women, because he was exemplary actually. But the other way, and I continue to say it, in fact, he even played for them. That's a little. It was part of their mind's game. But CAF to bring down their hammer on what is happening in Morocco. Look at the last African award, CAF award. They gave everything to Morocco, even when we had better players. Are you getting me? Even some of our guests are complaining about what they are doing. Bad. Why are we not doing Africa? Why can't we do things the right way? Must we do things the wrong way? Must we do things that the world will look at us? Remember Karaga, whatever.
Jimmy.
Some of these former English players, they were saying that AFCON is not worth it, and you're still seeing the.
Wow, thank you.
His name, Gary Neville, and they are going to say that they are going to set their ring light because of some of these things. Why will you bring a referee that is practically and everybody is seeing him being biased? Can't you do things the right way? Do the right calls. Even if you're not, you think you're not. What of the VAR? The VAR had to help the referee. That's why they set up the VAR. Yeah, the VAR supported the referee to do what is not right. Look at the game between Nigeria and Morocco. They gave Kavim Bassi. They gave him yellow card that was supposed to be for the opponent. So those are things we are saying. So it is manipulation when you say that the Senegalese players were not supposed to walk off the pitch. They did it the right way. They walk off the pitch. They came back again. So at least let us paint the picture of what happened was not worth it. But at the end of the day, it is for CAF to correct the anomaly. It wasn't supposed to win.
All right.
When they do it in FIFA, we all complain. Why should we come back home and still do the same thing
in Africa? Thank you so much for your thoughts. Really nice to hear from you from the UK.
It's okay. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. You too. Have a blessed night.
Okay, from the UK.
Really fantastic stuff. Thank you. I really love the fact that everyone is having a say on the broadcast tonight from different parts of the world. It just adds some extra spice to the broadcast, as the reality always is for us as Femi and the gang. Good evening, Nigeria Info. Where's that? Ike from the UK has this one. If not for Djokovic, if not for his strong head during COVID, not to collect COVID vaccine, which made him not attend 2 Grand Slams in 2022, Australian Open and 2022 US Open, he would have had at least 25 Grand Slams by now because he was at his peak. And there was no Cena and Alcaraz at that time. Now with those two, I don't think he can win again because they're in form and have shared the last 7 slams. About Morocco, I still believe missing that penalty was an order from above to make Senegal come back because their players did not jubilate, and even Morocco players did not first cry. They even gave Morocco Fair Play Award. Ike from UK has this on WhatsApp. Thank you, Ike. Yeah, where are we going to next? Transfer stories, and then David Additional and Overdose. Just stay on standby, please. I'll be on standby.
Did you talk about Coco Golf at all?
Please talk about Coco. What is a Coco?
Seal service.
Was there a golfing class between Coco Golf and her rivals?
I challenge her still being a service, but she actually had to win. She won it convincingly. She defeated Rakimova 6-2, 6-3 in that encounter. Beautiful performance. Like I said, she has to work on that. She would have been rivaling tennis players like
Arina Sabalenka.
You see what she did in the last Grand Slam she won.
Igor Swiatek.
Yeah. You see the last Grand Slam she won and how she went on to win it. The mom, everybody was happy. And a little challenge that would have made her lose that championship or that Grand Slam match, it was service.
And just like Fiontek, Overdose is flaunting his tech.
True. Gadgets, my brother. Gadgets.
But give it to Swiatek, and she plays against Danlovic in her next game, and that's another interesting one we're looking forward to. That will be on the 21st. Today's what? 19, 20?
Today on the 19th.
Okay, 2 days
don't
from
forget,
now.
the Australian guys are like 12 hours ahead of us or something like that. So
no, Nigerian time they give them. So.
Oh, okay.
No, don't say for this game.
Thank you, sir. No, I'm just saying in the context of other things. Here we go with results from the NPFL before we have the latest transfer stories, reality and gossip stories. David Additional and Overdose on standby to share that with us. Okay, if he lost, come back again. Okay, Alcon Khalifa lost to Enugu Rangers by 2-1. It ended Warri Wolves 2, Katina United 0. Yeah, just to remind that listener who called to ask about Enugu Rangers again. An away win for the team from Enugu. Very impressive stuff. Rangers International beating Alcon Khalifa 2-1.
They're ready for the title.
Well, now when Rivers United meet serious business too, and even the Ikorodu City of Lele of Lagos.
I like what they're doing though. Rangers International. They're really doing some things behind the scenes. They've got should I call them the best CEO as far as football management is concerned. That young man is really
Amobi.
Yeah, Amobi. He's doing a great job.
Exactly.
At some point in time, he was playing football with the team. When he said the team done tough, about just leave back, and he was playing and also managing the team. But look at what he's done. Took some time off outside the country to go learn more about this game.
True.
Running commentaries with seeing him behind the scenes. Yeah, I talked about them walking off the pitch at some point in time. But like I said, it's some good football they've been playing. They might not be on top of the table right now, but Rangers International have got some organization. And if they continue like this and move into the future that way, they might just be one thing that will be on auto run. I think that's where they are
packaging
moving.
and everything.
Yeah.
They had this video they released when they signed certain players, and people were hailing them big time before the season started.
And if there's something I also want to talk about the MPFL is in the last about 10 games of Bendel Insurance. That is 9 game unbeaten. Kennedy Boboye took over that side 19th on the log. They're currently 5th or about 5th or 6th they're about on the log, and I really can't tell what the magic one has pulled in that side, but they've really done well for themselves. And
that's a great coach you just mentioned.
Yeah, 2-time MPFL champion.
He knows the game, but sometimes you don't just switch clubs. I think that's one or two of the mistakes I saw that he made, trying to rescue a dead team at some point in time. But moving to a team he finds himself at this point, 6th position is not a bad one. And,
compared to where he brought them from.
How far that guy Monday Odige, the former coach of insurance, who used to be very angry. Guys, Bournemouth are coming close. They should have scored a second goal. They hit the upright, and now they've come close again. Side netting kind
Evan
of
Nielsen.
I hope they don't regret missing all of these chances. They still lead Brighton away from home though by a goal to nothing. Back to the MPFL. More results for you. It ended Bendel Insurance, like you heard David Adesina mention, beating El Kanemi Warriors. It ended 3-2 in their favor over El Kanemi Warriors. Bayelsa United beat Upsuiting Shooting Stars by 2-0.
That's supposed to be.
And there was Eimba. Eimba really having issues. Despite letting go my man Azunda Egoma Stanley. Getting results has been a problem for them, even at home against the Barao FC team that had a player sent off. Barao FC. It ended 0-0 in
Sounds
that.
like Barao.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not going to say. I don't know what that means. So make I no go talk on for radio. Ikorodu City of Lele of Lagos beat Square United 1-0. Nasarawa United 2, Niger Tornadoes 1. Plateau United 1, Wiki Tourists 0. Rivers United saw the defending champions Remo Stars have players sent off, and the Pride of Rivers went on to get a 1-0 success in that. While Kano Pillars lost at home, we know that they were banished to play home away from home to Imama Makpaka Balls Abia Warriors by a goal to nothing. Those are results from the 21st round of matches, or game week 21 in the 2025-26 Nigeria Premier Football League campaign. This is what the table looks like in our league. It is Rivers United on 41 points from 21 matches. Abia Warriors are second. They have 37 points. Ikorodu City third, 35 points. Nasarawa United fourth, 35 points. And Enugu Rangers are fifth. They have 33 points so far. What's up? Azumi will hear these guys, and then you feel analyze. Latest transfer stories. We know it's now been confirmed. Man City have finally sealed the deal. Guehi is their player, £20 million or so. What else has been happening, guys?
Well, for William Trust Ekong, by the way, is signed up for Al Ali SC right in Qatar. Contract until 2028. Kobe Mino, the Manchester United player, is also expected to stay at United after a recent improvement in terms of his fortunes. And now becoming a central figure. Central figure to whatever United are doing in the coming days. Leo Jakirovic will be joining Inter Milan from Dynamo Zagreb. The defender will be expected to open that side, and the deal should be completed very, very soon. 2.5 million euros, 2 million add-ons for that deal. But for Chelsea, there are also news coming in from their end, and it's down to Enzo Fernandez. For Chelsea fans, the club is open to selling Enzo Fernandez, and for United, they are also looking to sign Joao Gomez from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yeah.
Thank you, man, for the latest stories from your territory. Does Overdose have an addition?
Well, I'm trying to. I mean,
Okay. So while you're getting that for us, thanks, bro. Azu, you were screaming about Kobe Mino. The fact that he's no longer a minor in the Man U team.
Exactly, and it was just a high time. I was speaking to a couple of a Manchester United fan, and he was like, "We shouldn't talk about that guy too much. We're giving him so much credence and all. He's not as good." I said, "Oh, he might not be an extreme talent, but I've seen this guy play 2 finals. One of them he stood out against Manchester City. The other Euros here, Manchester United, the English team lost against Spain, and who beat Spain at the time? And this guy stood his ground, playing through those games. Like I said, he might not be as talented, maybe as Bruno Fernandes, but don't tell me that guy shouldn't be starting or playing at least a huge number of minutes against Amorim, if not because somebody's drunk at some point in time. So I think it's a good one for him. He just needed that one game to start, and he was going to play football.
And he finished Semenyo.
And he finished it. He did.
Semenyo is the player in particular.
Okay. Semenyo tried for Man City, but it didn't just work.
No, Semenyo they play like
he didn't work in that game. He saw so much of the ball. Semenyo.
It was slow for me, and I think Guardiola will do some things to your play. As much as I love him, he sometimes changes some players. Just leave them to do their thing sometimes. Semenyo on a good day would have carried that game on his head.
But the thing is,
he wasn't doing it yesterday on Saturday.
His game will be altered a bit. That's what Pep Guardiola. If he allows players to go that route.
Okay, you have a point.
Yeah.
Did Riyad Mahrez do his own thing when he came? Yes, he did.
But slightly.
Diego Sane did his thing when he came.
I think the execution is not the difference. The execution is the difference.
Yeah, now you now work on the execution, but don't see. If you look at Semenyo, if you have not watched Semenyo play at Manchester City since he came, if you looked at that game as the first, you'd be irritated. It was a walk in the park as far as I'm concerned. Normally, the players like this want to run with the ball once in a while and break through 1 or 2 defenders, but it wasn't happening for him. But na transfer with the talk.
Yeah, I know. Because Semenyo na transfer now. It was a new signing for Man City in January too, so you're still on point. And I like how Diesel is having his internet not drizzle over him. Maybe you may just exit and come back. You know how it is outside.
You don't finish, bro.
A friend of mine who says not effect, it's effect.
The listener out there, 1 gig is no longer data. The listener, I'm not talking to anybody.
Are you talking to somebody beside you?
The listener.
Come on, down.
No longer data. I had to start doing monthly data. Where am I? I'm going to look 2 gig. I know.
The finish is my brother.
By
the time you're done, just do TikTok and Instagram.
Chuma, it's not even finishing. You get after you do.
They finish for you.
You like 20.
Okay, you'll be looking ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to tell you we are back. We are back. Just to let you know that Manchester United have added Borussia Dortmund head coach Niko Kovac to their shortlist of their next permanent manager, according to sources in Germany. While I can also tell you that Inter Milan are set to sign centre-back Leon Jakirovic from Dynamo Zagreb. Their offer has been accepted, which is 2.5 million euros plus 2 million euros add-ons and a sell-on clause. Well, Napoli's third choice goalkeeper Nikita Contini has signed a new 5-year contract extension with the club. I can tell you that, of course,
yes, bro.
Brighton have we're talking about the match.
It's halftime officially. For that
it is halftime.
So it's
one goal to nothing. Bournemouth leading.
Yes, yes, bro. Yeah.
And of course, just to let lovers of the Premier League know that the Premier League have appointed Rebecca Calpahon as its new chief football officer. She was serving as Tottenham Hotspur's head of administration and football governance, and she leaves Spurs after more than 10 years at the club. Very highly regarded executive, and so that is what it is.
Meanwhile, titles.
Yes, Nottingham Forest are in talks with Napoli over a January loan deal for 25-year-old Italian striker Lorenzo Luca. Forest's offer is 1 million euros loan fee plus 35 million euros buy option clause, which is optional and not mandatory. Meanwhile, Fulham are in talks to sign Udinese midfielder Otto Atta. A number 8 box-to-box type midfielder has been a priority for Marco Silva's side since the summer, and discussions have begun.
All right,
I think just to add, Man United and Tottenham, Xabi Hernandez in the.
I was going to mention that. That's a good one. And I also hear that
60 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
possibility of Rafael Onyedika, the man who played. Yeah, we sorted him a lot against Morocco, but he might be joining Aston Villa. He's not so strong yet, but one of the news we got earlier on, and it's possible it goes on to happen. Not now. First, I'm in talks with Napoli, and they might be getting Lorenzo Luca on the loan deal. I think you mentioned that earlier. So that's one of the deal we're also looking out for. But Xavi Hernandez to Tottenham Hotspur.
People don't come to pick overdose from studio. Pick me. He don't to talk, so they've come to pick him.
No, Nicolello.
You see, as in the fear, they just open studio door. Two guys.
How they look, say,
Swagalicious hair, both of them. For those on the fear, say, oh boy.
Yeah, my boys.
And the season don't send me text message.
You will rub his palm.
A guy OYK, producer extraordinaire. Onyeka, and of course, David Okwara around the place too. They come like someone release album. They've been seeing new Swagalicious.
Don't be like say na artist and manager,
bro. Exactly. Nah, it's Young John, the wicked producer, and then the artist. So it's like a collabo, really. We need to get ready to wrap things up on the show with Femi and the Gang, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're going for a short break, and when we return, it's going to be just dedicating the final minutes to you by picking your calls and reading a few more of your comments. This is Game On. Please stay with us.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.